Right, everyone, welcome to the 2023 Japanese Grand Prix at a illegally early hour here. It should not be existing this early. I'd say it's just unhuman. Oh my goodness, there's two of me. See? That's the kind of stuff that happens this early. That's the kind of stuff that happens. But good to confirm that we are live, everyone. Good to confirm that we are live for, as I say, the 2023 Japanese Grand Prix at Suzuka. That's going to start in about 26 minutes' time. Are you proud of me, chat? Are you proud that I'm up this early? Did some of you admit in the chat if you didn't believe, if you didn't think I was going to be up this early? Because we made it. Bear with me. Right, in the groove. Welcome Black, welcome Stefan, welcome Killy, welcome Beef and Barley. John Boss, Funky, Abable. Are you girls ready for the Dutch anthem? Girls, let Abable know in the chat if we're ready. Oh, so much space here when I don't have my helmet. John Boss doesn't know if he can make it. John, push through it, John. Come on, push through it. We can all do it. Welcome to Raj L as well. And I have to say, it looks like a beautiful day down at Suzuka. Absolutely beautiful. Over there, which is awesome to see. Craig, what you on about, mate? It's 2:34 PM. Yeah, I know. I'm telling you, that's early for me. 2:30 in the afternoon. Lewis Hamilton's car, by the way, has a reflective shroud over the cockpit. That's something they do in Formula E to protect some of the sensitive parts. And I've been told that the deg is going to be quite high here. So expecting high levels of deg, two-stopper, likely. Welcome to Kate, welcome to Andrew Moss. Let us know, when you say hello, let us know where you're watching from, just so we know. Stefan's been patiently waiting for this all day and night. It's 11 PM Saturday here, very nice. Uber Dick from Canada, welcome Uber Dick. Davina James is playing Starfield. I do have Starfield, but I don't have the massive desire to play it. The grid is not that busy here, not a super busy grid like we saw at Singapore. Fernando Alonso is down in P10, just pipped out Liam Lawson. Trying to see if there were any changes, which I don't believe there were. It's very close between Alonso and Lawson, actually. Mongazi is from Botswana. Hello to people in Botswana. Hope you're doing well. Should be an interesting race this, because I think the McLarens might be trying to downplay their race pace here, and I wonder if, given the deg, they can put Max Verstappen under some pressure. But we will see, because it was a monster quali lap from Max. But when you look at where Sergio Perez has qualified down in P5, if I remember, about 8/10 slower, then maybe that's more Max in the car. Who knows? Bawalin's watching along from Zambia, so we've got a lot of people in Africa. Isn't it early in Africa as well? Andrew's been up for 23 hours. Andrew, what you trying to get? You get some points at the 24 mark or something. Welcome to Kids Pisces as well. 10:36 in New Mexico, USA. So it's prime time in the USA. Welcome to everyone in the USA. And I think we're all good to go. I think we're all good to go here, which is amazing. But like I said, all the cars are on the grids. I don't think Martin Brundle's here today, so no Brundle pit walk. And looks like it could be a warm day down in Japan. Welcome to Mikhail and Craig. Stefan, F1 is awesome. The whole world watches. Just indeed. I mean, already 100 people watching here. Uber saying Sainz and McLaren is very good. Yes, indeed. I think Zach Brown, I'm watching him now, he looks very confident. So Zach is looking confident. Do I need to adjust the ISO a little bit? Ah, someone has adjusted the ISO. Hang on. Oh. What do we think about that? Is that a bit better on the ISO front? Or too much? You let me know. You can tell you can tell it's an early morning for me. Abdullah saying 10:37 morning in Bangladesh. Does that mean that New Mexico and Bangladesh are literally opposite sides of the world? You drill a hole through New Mexico and you end up in Bangladesh. Agnivish is an Indian. It's 10 AM in India. Andrew Moss's PC blew up Saturday afternoon. Sorry to hear about that. Maybe a bit down. Well, Kate said better. Maybe a bit down. Don't want to see any of that. Thank you very much. 22 minutes to go, everyone. Just 22 minutes. MBR spent plenty of time in Japan. Very nice. Good to see you again, MBR. I think they're getting ready to do the anthem. There's some support for Lewis Hamilton here. Japanese fans are just so damn respectful, aren't they? Ashton, is this live streaming? If it wasn't, how would I be able to respond to your comment? Oh, by the way, chat, we're going to set a sub target of 6,000 subs today. Very highly ambitious, but you know, you miss all the shots you don't take. Or 660, I should say. I'm just going to go straight to the point with that one. Just going to go straight to the point. Not messing around. Could get a poll up as well, but to be honest, just don't fancy a poll this morning. Not too bad, Fives. Not too bad at all. I'm just guiding you through here because we are about 20 minutes away from qualifying. McLaren, meanwhile, are 5th in the Constructors' Championship. 78 points adrift of Aston Martin in 4th. If you think about Aston Martin have 78 more points than McLaren, it shows how bad McLaren were in the first part of this season and how good Aston Martin were. And obviously the roles have been reversed pretty much.
Sounds like someone's gone wide there.
Abel Ferrari shirt, McLaren car. I'm just a fan of driving, just a fan of Formula 1. Davina, quick poll, how many laps will Logan last? I assume they've fixed the car, by the way. I haven't seen it on the grid, but I assume they fixed it. But yeah, you can do the Logan lottery in chat if you want. Welcome to Alpha Foxtrot from Japan. I was just saying, do we have anyone from the track? Anyone from the track looking for the insight that hopefully I can give? But welcome to Alpha Foxtrot, aka AF, in non-military parlance. MBR, looking at all the iPhone quality streams, you were way up there for good reason. For Vegas, yeah, that's the dream, isn't it? That's the dream. We keep doing what we do. That's how we roll. Vice, what's your prediction for the race, Dave? Right, let's get into it then. Predictions for the race. I'm gonna predict here. You know what? Because it's so early, I'm just going to be cynical. I'm going to go Verstappen, Perez, Hamilton. Oh, why have I done that? Why have I done that? Okay, let me know your top threes. I'm going to go... I'm going to be cynical and say that the Red Bull pace is just going to be obscene. My heart hopes that the McLarens have got something in the bag. That's what I'm going to say. Pole, Sergeant, crash or not? Okay, you guys want it. You guys want it. I need that emoji that's like a explosion. Anyone know what category that like bang emoji's in? Anyone know what category? Or can someone just put it in chat? That sort of like bang emoji. You know the one I'm talking about. It's like a fire. And the balloon one? The balloon one? No, it's not even in the balloon. Someone just put that bang emoji in chat. I'll just copy it from yous. Is it in the pizza one? Nah, it's not even in the pizza one. Is it in the car one? It's not in the car one. Oh, I got it. I love that one. Don't worry, chat. I got it. Oh, MBR, by the way, with the gifted 5 chat. Can we get some claps out for MBR gifting 5 memberships? Chat, please, please, please get your claps out in chat there for MBR. Who have they gone to? Who have they gone to? Well, bear with me. They've gone to Cupra, Ash, Tubro, Jake and Darcy. Thank you so much, MBR, for your support the channel. Massively appreciate it on this early morning. Absolute hero. Absolute hero there. Thank you so much, MBR. Can we show some love for MBR in the chat, please? There it comes. It's coming through now. We love to see it. Supporting our supporters. That's how we do it. MBR with the 5 gifted. Cupra, Ash, Tubro and Jay Darcy, welcome to Dar membership. As there are only 16 minutes to go till the start of the Grand Prix. Look at the love in chat there. Side from Zanzibar as well. Welcome, Prithvi. I think I missed some people up there as well as I was typing. Welcome to Marcella, Nida as well. Kiev Middleton. Welcome to Dan as well. Yeah, look at the love in chat. Please keep your claps coming in there for MBR. John Lacey's here with Ferrari. Obviously, used to drive for them. Maybe they're going to have a good race today. We will see. We will see. Matt Verstappen is on his way to his car, looking quite chilled out. Supreme quali lap yesterday. He's obviously got a point to prove. Look at the love in chat there. Awesome to see. Some new members as well to the channel. MBR just sprinkling the gifted memberships in the stream. Gives you exclusive access to the members lounge in the Discord and other goodies. Exclusive videos, posts and such like. And the emojis. Still coming out. Welcome Nuno Pinto. Do you think Stroll can complete the race day? Well, we've gone with Logan in the poll. Lance Stroll, is he going to be feeling any after effects of the massive crash yesterday? We will see. Right, the drivers are coming to the front now for the anthem. Lewis Hamilton's a little bit late, having to run. Random. When does the race start and how many minutes? In pretty much 14 minutes time. The race is going to start. Carlos Sainz got a little bit of a beard going on, so those of us that predicted that last week, well, the prophecy is coming true. MBR's feeling tired. Americans till Sunday. So yeah, Americans are going late. The Europeans are waking up early. JD Study, welcome to Legend as well. Welcome to the membership, JD Study. Thank you so much. Chat again. Please get your claps out there for JD Study. Also joining the membership. Very much appreciated. Supports the stream massively. Oh, did I go a bit jerky there? Vlatko says random thoughts. Random thoughts. What's my random thought? Have you ever seen a baby pigeon? Eerie thoughts on Piastri scoring a podium I think that would be a great moment for everyone if Piastri can get his podium here in his rookie season. Obviously, podium in a sprint, but that doesn't really count, in my opinion. Probably his opinion as well. So, yeah, would love to see Oscar, I should say, sorry, pick up a podium here. Pick up a podium. Any chance of rain today? No, not from what I'm seeing. It looks like an absolutely beautiful day at Suzuka, and we got the live map up there. Yeah, hopefully Sargent won't crash. Yes, well, then put no. MBR says lick the chat. Please, don't do that. Do not lick the chat. That's not hygienic. You do what you want. Kireth is solid with everything he's doing. Thanks so much, MBR. But no need to go ahead and lick the chat there. Dan says, do they even exist? Yes, indeed. Prithvi, I think Logan will crash in the formation map. We will see. Motorhub Media, welcome to Motorhub Media. A very good but early morning. Yes, indeed. The drivers are making their way back now to the cars. To the cars, everyone. Oh, MBR, hang on, whoa. MBR with 5 more gifted memberships. MBR sprinkling a few more memberships in the stream. Thank you so much, MBR, for that. Massively appreciate it. Massively helps out the channel. Red Panda, Lord Hands, Jal Pereira, the Pro Street Beats, and Aaron Paul Spikerman gifted memberships. Chat, we know what to do. Get those claps out again for MBR gifting those memberships, please. Let's show us. Oh, there we go. Let's show our support in chat there for MBR, who is becoming the gifting godfather, dare I say. 10 gifted memberships in this stream. Thank you so much, MBR. That directly supports the channel and gifts the love of the memberships as well, which is great to see. Look at the love in chat there. Motorhub's been awake since 8 AM yesterday. Motorhub, that is why. Oh, look at it. Funky Beef coming in. Motorhub Media. Saying cash cow. I think MBR is just very, very generous, we would say. Just a very generous individual who is sharing the love of the gifted membership, which gives people who might otherwise not be able access to some exclusive content and emojis. JD with the claps as well. Welcome, JD. Thank you so much yourself as well. The trophies, I see the trophies are being walked down. The trophies are kissable this weekend. So you kiss the trophy and it lights up with your nation. What happens when Lando smashes it? I don't know. I don't know. Need some Vegas incentive, honestly. I think it will happen and it'll be a beautiful moment. It'll be a beautiful moment. It's good to have clear goals and objectives. But meanwhile, the Red Bull mechanics are standing behind the rear of the car, blocking the sky cameras from looking at it. So Red Bull have obviously got something they don't want to share behind the car. Or which they saw smoke and mirrors, because I'm sure they can't stand there all day. And I'm sure whoever really needs to take a picture has taken a picture. But Red Bull hiding the back of their car. Is it flexing? Benny, when's the race now? The race in literally in 10 minutes, mate. BB saying love is the answer. Marcella says MBR, are you Lawrence Stroll? Maybe Lawrence Stroll is actually MBR in disguise. Motorhub was recording cars. Okay, fair enough. Saeed says Max Papa from Holland. Have you ever driven Japanese GP in games? Well, the plan is potentially to go to a premiere of me driving Suzuka. We'll see how we feel. It's all ready, so I can just premiere it, but we'll see how we feel, chat. Meanwhile, the drivers are getting ready. 9 minutes to go. I'm actually just going to zoom through this a little bit, just so we can make sure that we get into the race. I might have stopped the race sim here a little bit early. Jimmy says, are you streaming it? Jimmy, are you commenting in the stream? That's the main question. Right, chat, now's the time. Let me know in the chat, who do you think is going to win the Grand Prix? Just put the name of the driver you think is going to win. Oh my goodness, MBR, please don't feel like you have any pressure to donate or gift. But thank you so much for the $20 Vegas bound. Kireth for Vegas. Thank you so much, MBR. Get your claps out in chat, everyone. MBR being incredibly generous today. And yes, the idea is, my plan is that we will do one of these watch-alongs live from a circuit. How crazy will that be? We'll do it live from a circuit, and then we'll take you behind the scenes. That's what I want to do. MBR, Kireth for Vegas. Do it in Vegas. That'd obviously be a nice closer loop, because I was there earlier to preview the race for you all. Look at that. Kate's got the stars out. Chat, please. Please do get your claps out here for MBR. This is incredible generosity. I'm going to get the soapy hands out. Do get your claps out of there. Very, very, very generous from MBR. The gifting godfather just slapped down a $20 donation to support the stream. Look at that. Dan saying MBR the GOAT. Such a generous community. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. It gives me the energy as well, because we're up just irrationally early. Irrationally early, everyone. And Sky are going to their last break, so we're almost there. I'm actually just going to zoom this through. And I'm going to start the race sim, because we're basically there, chat. MBR's been following him for a long time. Good man. I mean, it makes me feel old, MBR. It makes me feel ancient. But yes, indeed, we have been streaming for a long time. We know how the game works. I would like to think. Stefan, that would be awesome live. That's the idea. Do it live. We can have the camera on me at the track, and then afterwards we can just walk the track. We can, you know, try and get some access, speak to people. How awesome would it be to do driver interviews, and I can ask your questions. So anyway, that's a very clear ambition for us here. Just going to progress this one through to the race in, because we're very close, everyone, to the race. We're extremely close to the race. Jimmy Bean says dumb. Jimmy, I don't think you're dumb. MBR, my MBR. MBR has just gifted another 5 memberships. Chat, please, please, please get your claps out and chat there for MBR. MBR is just on an absolute mad one here with the support. 15 gifted memberships and a $20 donation, I think, is the most support we've ever had on an F1 stream. So please, 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 chat, as a community, get your claps out in chat for MBR. I'm going to do it right now, because that is, in fact, I'm going to dab. I'm going to get a dab out for MBR. Look at the love in chat. That is absolutely insane. Thank you so much, MBR. Becoming immortal, frankly, in the stream. Right, I need to get through here, get to our race sim. Look at the love in chat there. Andrew must have got the blue hearts out. The blue heart gang. Extremely generous.
With FP3 all
Frankly,
finished.
the donations speak for themselves. Let me just simulate this through to the race, so we can get all ready here. Can get ourselves all ready, prepping along. Look at the love in chat. Look at the love in chat. It's all kicking off, frankly. It's just all kicking off. Oh my goodness me.
Here we are, folks.
Oh
We're
my
back for
goodness me.
another day of
MBR has just
scintillating
gifted
F1 action.
another
It's the
10
Wednesday.
memberships. Chat, this is absolutely unreal. This is surreal and unreal. I don't know if I'm dreaming. I have to pinch myself in the morning here. Thank you so much, MBR, for your incredible support of the channel, making this all possible. Chat, you know what to do. You know what to do. Send your love for MBR in the chat there. I just need to get this ready. Look, it's all coming through in the chat. All the love for MBR. That is some hardcore support for this community, everyone. That is hardcore support for this community. And I'm just going to go ahead now and change the gearbox, weirdly. Bear with me. I just need to get this done. Okay, we're all good. We're all good.
A somewhat overcast day for the drivers who've now taken position on the grid. Looking at Daniel Ricciardo. They're starting in the
Crazy
bottom half of
scenes.
the grid.
Thank you so much, MBR. Look at all of the love and chat there. I'm just trying to keep ahead of everything as well, because we have 3 minutes to go, everyone. 3 minutes to go.
So today they'll be
MBR remembers the original GT and Ukraine streams. Great people new. Thank you so much, MBR. Absolutely legendary chat. Please don't feel like you're under any pressure to donate or support, but your support is very much appreciated. Very much appreciated, chat. Right, I'm gonna let you know what's going on. There are 2 minutes to go to start the race. Don't worry about what's going on the screen just yet. Don't worry about that. I got you covered. Welcome to Gary. Welcome to Evo, Cheech, Madison, Prithvi. Oh, that's loud. That felt a little bit loud, chat, didn't it? So I'll let you know when we're going to get started on the formation lap. Is Yuki Tsunoda, by the way, going to make it around and complete a lap of the Grand Prix? We will see. The love's still coming in for MBR. We love to see it. Absolutely huge. Absolutely huge support. Still coming in. Boston represent half awake at the moment. Forwards watching from Zimbabwe. Look at the top of the thing there with MBR. Just insane support. Right. We're running through the grid now. Albon in 13th. Ocon in 14th. Who's ahead of them? I think Gasly. Yeah, Gasly in P12. Lee and Lawson in P11. Just missing out. Just missing out. And then Fernando Alonso in P10. And it's Yuki Tsunoda for his home Grand Prix in P9, as you can see. Then it's the Mercedes of George Russell and Lewis Hamilton. Although Hamilton was 0.3 quicker in qualifying. Carlos Sainz in P6. Sergio Perez in P5. They'll both want to move up. And then we've got Charles Leclerc out qualifying Carlos Sainz and Lando Norris in P3. And then the front row is the rookie of Oscar Piastri and Max Verstappen in P1, albeit Max Verstappen was a huge 0.6, I believe, faster. As all the cars are on the grid, I will let you know what's going on with tyres. We're expecting to see a 2-stop strategy today from most drivers. Will we see some go on a 3? Will we see some try a 1? Will we see some cars split a strategy, different tyres? We're about to find out because the tyre warmers are going to come off the cars. Evo saying Piastri is cooking. ASAP saying Tsunoda not overrated. Need to sing. I hope Yuki goes off. Welcome to Sasquatch, Aaron, Noah, and MBR with the 5 more gifted memberships. Chat. MBR, Jay, VVG, Nismo, who's never had a bad word to say about this channel, Lujixan, Cobra Snipes, all welcome to the membership. This is absolutely insane. This is insanity. Chat, make sure you're subscribed to the channel, by the way, if you want to receive the gifted membership. But thank you so much. Please, everyone, get your claps out. This is insane support. We might be going to Las Vegas at this rate. Get your claps out in the chat there for MBR. We've never seen anything like this, I think, on any stream we've ever done in history. This is now uncharted waters and territory. Can you please get your claps out in chat for MBR? VVG saying, Ty MBR, what a machine. Yes, indeed. A-Slap saying the GOAT. Unbelievable scenes, everyone, as we're about to get going here. And you're going to see the tyres. So please, please, please get your support for MBR, who's just... MBR is just... The M in MBR must stand for mad, basically. No worries, Massim. MBR says, enjoy Kireth and the new members. Yes, indeed. Creating some new members here. LA Thorne saying, watch someone pull a Senna in turn 1 versus Prost. Evo saying, Evo on top. Right, on the formation lap, chat. While we're on the formation lap, please now let me know in chat where in the world you're watching from. And do me a favour. Hit the like button and share the stream right now. Hit that share button underneath the stream. Share it on YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, whatever your platform is. And just share it with your network. It massively helps channel as much as what MBR is doing as well. So please, please, please hit that share button right now. Make sure you hit the like button as well. And there we go. India's coming through. Malaysia, Australia, Plymouth. Fanny's from France. Amara from Australia. Yahar from India. Anchi from Serbia. Bualan from Zambia. Who else have we got? Keep them coming in. Keep them coming in, everyone. Da Pencil from Florida. No, on the formation lap. Case from the UK and shared. Fives from Papua New Guinea. JD from New Zealand. Kaya from South Africa, down from the US, Reinald from Saudi, Louis and Maria both in the Philippines watching together, Vlatka, Croatia, Turner from Texas, Pulami from India, VVG from Australia, Hyatt from Jamaica, Escape from India, Jonas from South Africa, Ty from Australia, Stefan from Canada, Nida from Texas, Xander from Australia, and Jay from Boston, Austin from America, Keevan South African, Noob from Georgia, the country, Raj from India. Right, everyone, we're on the formation lap. On board here with, I think, Max Verstappen, who's heading into Spoon. Oh, sorry, it's Yuki Tsunoda heading into Spoon. So we'll have a look there at the tyre choice, because a big mixture between the medium and the soft tyres today. Welcome, Uber Dick. And Saeed, forward from Zimbabwe. Ruchira from Sri Lanka. Silfang from India. Vitamin, welcome to membership as well. Get your claps out for Vitamin Sinangres joining the membership, getting the exclusive emojis and the access to the members lounge. Roxanne from South Africa, Kati from India, Pranil from South Africa, Chester from the Philippines, and Tesco is from Maurice. Didn't know his place. MBR has gifted another 5 memberships. Chat, you know what to do. Motorhub, Maxime, Mike, Anson, and Bobstar getting the memberships. Chat, claps out again, please, for MBR. Please keep supporting MBR, who's supporting the community. Look at that top row, absolutely insane. But I need to concentrate now on the race for a little bit, because the cars are forming up on the grid. Here we go, everyone. The 2023 Japanese Grand Prix is about to start. Max Verstappen leads them out. He's approaching his pit box. Alex Albon is coming through the Casio Triangle, so it's fairly compact today. Look at all the love in chat. Just sharing the love, everyone. Love for Formula 1 we all have. Here we go. Christian Horner looks on kind of in a focused way. He will be nervous now, I imagine. He'll want to see Max Verstappen navigate the first few corners. Will Oscar Piastri be able to get up the inside? Will we see a situation where Max Verstappen has to cover off Oscar Piastri, and will that leave space for Lando Norris to go clean around the outside? What are we going to see at turn 1? I'm going to cover it live. Your standings are going to go earlier, but I'm going to cover it live. There's a bit of an issue from Sargent there. Right, so I'm going to cover it how I see it. That's how we roll at the beginning, chat. That's how we're going to do this. A safety car, Aston Martin SUV is at the back of the pack as the last few drivers pick up their grid positions. There's the Haas and the Alfa Romeo in their slots. Green lights, the man with the green flag walks across nonchalantly, doesn't wave it because Logan Sargent has gone into the pit. So will Logan Sargent crash? Debatable if it's a yes. 3 red lights, 4 red lights, 5 red lights. Red lights go out, off we go. Max Verstappen does indeed come across the cover of Oscar Piastri, squeezes Piastri almost off onto the grass. And yes, as I predicted, Lando goes round the outside. Lando tries to go round the outside, and there's contact behind as well. Max Verstappen just defends Lando as well, so exactly how I thought. But in the end, it is Max Verstappen, and Lando Norris is therefore have got past Oscar Piastri. So it's a change at the front there, because Max had to defend so much against Lando. Yellow flag, there was some carbon fibre flying in the midfield. So something really insane happened there, as I see the 2 AlphaTauris going side by side, which means that Liam Lawson has either gained or Yuki Tsunoda has lost out. They're going to be side by side going into Degna 1, and the Alpha on the inside goes through. But then there's a cutback, so they swap positions again. Oh my word, the AlphaTauris, I can't make out which one's which, but they are swapping positions, and I think it's Liam Lawson, by the way. He's managed to get past Yuki Tsunoda in the end. Great racing between the AlphaTauris and Liam Lawson, who I think might have raced here already this season in Super Formula, is looking like he's on the move. Here we go, everyone. So yes, Logan Sargent did dive into the pits. Guan Yu Zhou saying he's got damage as well. You can see Valtteri Bottas has dropped off, and Esteban Ocon. Safety car is out. Safety car is out. Get your yellow flags out, everyone. Safety car is out. Get your yellow emojis. Safety car. Safety car, safety car, safety car. I imagine debris. I'm having a look here. There's a lot of debris on the approach to the apex in turn 1. And in fact, the safety car comes out and stops. The safety car comes out of the pit and stops. Yes, and big pieces of carbon fibre. Are we going to see Guan Yu Zhou go into the pits? Are we going to see Esteban Ocon go into the pits? And we're going to see Alex Albon go into the pits? Yes, there's an Alfa Romeo Valtteri Bottas with no front right end plate on his wing. Yellow flags out, everyone. Alonso looking good. Yeah, up a few positions. Up a few positions. He was P10. He's now gone into P6 there. Valtteri Bottas has a puncture as well. So good news for Bottas, because it's a safe... Well, not good news, but at least there's a safety car. And Guan Yu Zhou, I think, has lost his front right end plate as well. So... yeah, I'm going to have a look here. Got to replay the start. So as I predicted, Max Verstappen aggressively came off to cover Oscar Piastri, actually nudged Oscar Piastri slightly onto the grass. That allowed Lando Norris to momentarily get ahead, and I think it was Fernando Alonso on the grass. Gonna have a look here at Alonso. Alonso got squeezed out by Perez a few times, and it was basically 4 abreast between the Ferraris. Sergio Perez and Fernando Alonso was already up there. MBR as well with 5 more gifted memberships. Chat, please get your claps out for MBR. He's become the Lawrence Stroll of the stream, I should say. Look at that, chat. Please get your claps out there. MBR just making himself immortal, frankly. Gary saying the Williams was up in the air on the start. Gonna have a look here. I'm on board with Carlos Sainz at the moment, trying to see what happened before wide. He went up the inside of Charles Leclerc with Sergio Perez on the outside of him. And I think just to the outside of Perez was Fernando Alonso, and 4 cars didn't really work. Lewis Hamilton, meanwhile, from P8 got a great start. He tried to go round the outside of Sergio Perez. Sorry, it was not Fernando Alonso, my bad. It was Lewis Hamilton on the outside. And there was some contact there and some carbon fibre. So I think there was just a 4 into the corner, didn't work, and Lewis Hamilton was a loose end on the outside. Having a look at Alex Albon now, who, oh yes, did go airborne, and he's gone over the front wing, I think, of Valtteri Bottas, perhaps. So I'm not surprised Alex Albon's gone in, because that was pretty big contact. A lot of squeezing happening at the grid. A lot of squeezing. We're still behind safety car, by the way. Having a look at the replays, Kevin Magnussen tried to go... I'm having a look here, and again, it's just a case of what happened with Alex Albon, the same as Lewis Hamilton. Just cars on the inside making movements, and it all concertinaing and ending up hitting the car on the outside there. Welcome Nihar, JDM, Tango, Lex, Andrea, and by the way, MBR as well, just going huge on the memberships. Get this man an edible straw. Yes, indeed. We used to make custom edible straws for our members. MBR one more before the racing really starts. MBR is cooking, by the way. MBR is cooking right now. Logan Sargent, meanwhile, is in the pits again, or is he just coming out for the first time? Will it be a few laps behind? MBR with the 10 more gifted memberships. Thank you so much, MBR, Carty, Wookie, Priscilla, Ed, Sir Smoke a Lot of Pot, Charlie, Erhart, Spy Rabbit, Rahaja, Terry, getting the memberships. Chat, you know what to do. By the way, yes, I think that's Sergio Perez in the pits. Sergio Perez changing his front wing. So that contact between Perez and Hamilton has necessitated Perez coming in and changing his front wing. So Perez is going to come out last here. Sergio Perez is going to come out last, but he's been a bit sneaky. Oh, this is very controversial, chat. No, he's going to let them through. The queue was coming out of the start-finish straight, and Sergio Perez decided to just skip past everyone. He's surely going to have to let Logan Sargent through. Sergio Perez will need to let Logan Sargent through, and he does here. So I think Sergio Perez was being a racer and thought, I'll tell you what, I'll just overtake a lot of people through the pit exit. Hamilton's on the radio. Is there any damage or puncture for him? It was a pretty big contact that's necessitated Sergio Perez pitting. So we will see. Look at the love coming in for MBR there. Motop saying MBR's got to be a CEO. MBR, I think, is just our Lawrence Stroll. MBR's our Lawrence Stroll. We need to create a channel tier for MBR. That's just the Lawrence Stroll tier. Still safety car. Yes, indeed, everyone. It is still our safety car. Everyone, and you can see there's been a huge amount of chopping and changing. Who are the winners here? Well, Lando Norris has gained a position. Fernando Alonso has gained quite a few positions. Liam Lawson has gained. And by the way, Lance Stroll. How on earth has Lance... Speaking of Strolls, how has Lance Stroll got all the way to P11? Chat. No, Norris went around the outside at turn 1. Meanwhile, the Alfa Romeo mechanics struggled to get the front wing off. So another front wing change. A lot of spare parts being used here. Should change this over. I get told off for just focusing on the Macca too much there. In fact, it was a disaster. It was comedy. It was Benny Hill scenes at the Alfa Romeo garage as they then decided to change the tyres as well. So that must be Valtteri Bottas and why he's so far behind. Right, we lost a lot of time. It's pure comedy, really. It's a banter stop from the Alfa Romeo mechanics there. Can someone in chat list all the things that went wrong in that Alfa Romeo pit stop there? Because it was just calamity. Gary noting it as well. What happened to Perez? Perez needed to change his front wing, but he didn't do it in the first wave, so he did it in the second wave. If he'd done it in the first wave, he might have gained a few positions there. MBR says, no, just a regular guy, let's get racing. I lied, though. MBR's cooking. Here we go. MBR with another 5 gifted memberships. MBR, my man. Just becoming immortal. Safety car infringement, by the way, involving Sergio Perez. I think that would have been those overtakes he did. I would be surprised if he gets a penalty because he's given them back. But it'd also be absolutely hilarious if he does get a penalty because he just decided to try and overtake everyone through the pit exit. Welcome to Kyle, Khalif, Mark, Butenkratz and Vincent, who all have MBR as your gifting godfather there. Carl's happy. Look at that. Yeah, we need to get an MBR emoji. We can actually, the more members you have, the more emojis you get. So I think probably now we can get an MBR emoji. So MBR, let me know what emoji you would like, and we will get a custom emoji for MBR in the chat to showcase the legendary sport. Right, the safety car is ending, everyone. Safety car is ending. My footage is a little bit behind. You've got the standings there. But let's see what's going to happen here as the safety car's ending. So not going to be as tight as a grid start. Has there been an issue for Lando Norris or something? No, that must just be a timing issue. That must just be a timing issue there. Yep. Just a timing issue. I'm going to let you know what's going on. I'm looking at the cars, by the way, as they're going through the back straight. Safety car is ending. So what happens here? Max Verstappen for me. Oh my goodness. Thank you so much, Priya Darshini Parmakar. Thanks for everyone. Thank you so much, Priya Darshini. Can we get some claps out of Priya Darshini? And thank you so much, MBR. Again, absolutely insane support. Meanwhile, Max Verstappen for me is going through 130R, backing up the pack because the safety car is coming in. So it's a green flag. Max Verstappen is crawling through 130R. Lando Norris is all over his gearbox here. When is Verstappen going to go? Is he going to shoot out of the Casio chicane? We will see. That's arguably quite late. He warms up the tyres as he approaches on the inside. Lando and Max race each other a lot in the junior formulas. And Max Verstappen does accelerate out. So it's a pretty good restart from Max Verstappen, building up a little bit of a gap as we accelerate through the last corner and we go racing again. But yeah, Lance Stroll is the big winner. Thank you so much, Priya Darshini, for your donation. And thank you so much, MBR, again, for the insane, literally insane. Someone screenshot that. Memberships that we have on the stream. We are a community stream, everyone. That's how we roll. That makes it all possible. Thanks, Kyle. So my prediction here is that we're going to have to see the McLarens try and do something different. But you can see already there's a 1.5 second gap between Verstappen and Lando Norris. And Valtteri Bottas is all the way at the back of the grid. Meanwhile, we've had some interesting pit stop choices from the people that had to come in. Ocon's gone onto the hards. That might be a potential one stop. Same with Sergio Perez, potential one stop. Meanwhile, Bottas and Guan Yu Zhou, the Alphas, on the softs. And Alex Albon and Sargent on the medium. Sergio Perez, who was in last place. Oh no, Bottas was last because he had the meme stop. So Sergio Perez has already got past both Williams there. So Sergio Perez already passed both Williams. And some of the crashes are quite severe, so we might see, in fact, Sargent again, and I think Valtteri Bottas went off. Valtteri Bottas went off the circuit, so that's why. And he's on the radio saying, what the was that? So that's why Valtteri Bottas went off, and Logan Sargent in the pits. So absolute calamity for a lot of drivers here. Really weird one, as we see. Oh, was that a Mercedes on Mercedes? Yes, indeed. Was that Hamilton on George Russell? I don't know when. Oh no, Russell on Hamilton. So Russell gets past Hamilton in the last chicane, but Hamilton's going to try and come back round the outside as they go over some carbon fibre. Hamilton going to try and streak round the outside and turn one. He does it. So the Mercedes really racing each other. Russell got past Hamilton, and then Hamilton gets past in turn 1. Let them race, everyone. But meanwhile, Fernando Alonso managed to jump both Mercedes in the first part of the race. And it's Liam Lawson keeping a very close eye. It's only lap 6 out of 53, by the way. A long way to go in this race. MBR, meanwhile, is just donated another 5 memberships, gifted them. Thank you so much, chat. Get your claps out again for MBR. Our very own Lawrence Stroll. Ken Scott, welcome back to the membership with the gifted. Absolutely obscene, chat. You know what to do. Keep that support coming in for MBR. Max Verstappen, meanwhile, building up a 2-second gap at the front here. A 2-second gap for Max Verstappen. So have to keep an eye on the pit stop. Because at the moment, we want to see if Max is going to build a gap where he can... I'm going to see what happens to Valtteri Bottas here. Bottas tried to go round. Oh, there was contact with Logan Sargent. So what happened here? Bottas went round the outside of Logan Sargent at the hairpin. And I think Logan Sargent just locked up and ended up hitting Valtteri Bottas. And that's why Valtteri Bottas was facing the wrong way in the gravel trap at the hairpin. He did manage to get going again. So that was Logan Sargent, and Bottas, unfortunately, has had to come in. So, I mean, Logan Sargent, we need to do a video on him. By the way, if you see my F1 videos on YouTube, please do just jump and hit a like and a comment. Last one only got about 50 views. So please do support the F1 content, because I think I need to do a piece on Logan Sargent, don't I? Sargent comes out again, and Bottas will come out again. Right at the front of the grid, you can see Verstappen has eked out a 2.5 second gap. A 2.5 second gap. Chat, let me know who's impressing you at the moment. Is that Lance Stroll all the way up to P11? Is that impressing you? Still no penalty for Ocon. Tango noting. MBR, what happened to Perez? Perez had to change his front wing. Contact with Lewis Hamilton going into turn 1, lap 1. That's why Sergio Perez is all the way back down there. Gary Laster noting that Max is gapping 1 second every lap. Nida saying 39% of you were wrong. 3 times you were wrong, chat. By the way, that incident has been noted. Meanwhile, look how bad it's gone for Valtteri Bottas, because Max Verstappen is about to lap him on lap 7. So, got to say McLaren doing good. Yeah, I mean, is it me, or has Norris managed to bring that gap back a little bit? They're looking under the car of Valtteri Bottas. They were looking under the car. They sent him out again. So Valtteri Bottas is going to have a terrible time here getting lapped. Disaster. I bet he's fuming. Jay is still impressed at Yuki, still P10. Yes, indeed. Although he has been overtaken by his teammate. Bottas does lap. Verstappen does lap Bottas there. Gone are the days where Bottas would be lapping people, unfortunately for him. Eva saying Norris has reduced the gap. Yes, indeed. So Norris, are they going to be better on tyres here? And are we going to see some long pace, sort of, or long stint pace from McLaren? We will see. Yeah, only lap 7. It feels like it's been a long way. That's actually lap 8 now. Eddie saying Bottas having a terrible time. Your boy saying MBR as dominant as Max. Yes, indeed. MBR himself saying Max still gapping. Thank you so much, Max, saying great coverage. What happened with Bottas? Sandeep, there's a whole novel I could write on what's happened with Bottas in this race. But meanwhile, Lando Norris 2.6 off. And is he now going to be able to maintain some sort of gap? Or at least, could he threaten Verstappen with an undercut here? Could he threaten Verstappen with an undercut? The thing is, when you have 2 cars up there and Piastri needs to try his absolute best to keep up. But if Norris decided to pit early, you know, way earlier than is optimal on strat, that could still cause Verstappen a problem. Because if he goes onto tyres a second a lap quicker, Verstappen would need to pit within a few laps to avoid losing track position. Meanwhile, Nico Hulkenberg, Bottas saying it's undrivable box. So Bottas is out. Terrible Grand Prix for Bottas, 0 out of 10. Nico Hulkenberg, meanwhile, and Haas also in. Not sure why that was. Maybe he also picked up. Yeah, maybe that might be it. Sasquatch, that might be it. Priya saying Latifi never left F1. Yeah, he just assumed the role of Logan Sargent. Stefan saying Norris is pushing hard. And Lando Norris 04 has just subscribed as well. Welcome, Wasali. Jay, poor Bottas, he crashed. Yeah, he had a bike crash, now a car crash. Prominent. Right, what have we got? Verstappen is 2.8 seconds, so I would say that gap isn't necessarily increasing by a second a lap anymore. Priya saying Sainz will retire already. MBR gifting another 5 memberships, just sprinkling them in. Thank you so much, MBR chat. Please keep your claps coming in for MBR. Motorhub Media is already there. Look at that in the chat. Absolutely just obscene support. Logan Sargent gets a penalty, by the way. Logan Sargent gets a penalty, maybe one of many. And Sergio Perez is down in 15th. Is Sergio Perez going to try and do a one-stop here? A very early one-stop? Surely not, but you never know. Not sure what happened to Hulkenberg, but he needed to pit. No worries, Ragavir. And thank you so much again, MBR. Just, my word, I don't even have any words for it. I don't have any words. And someone doesn't have words is Valtteri Bottas doing a 1,000-yard stare in the pit box. He must be wondering what on earth has happened here. Valtteri Bottas is just like entering a tornado and being spat out. Meanwhile, Yuki Tsunoda in the pits. Why is Tsunoda in the pits? So is that a very early pit here? Is that what you need to do for the two-stop? Is that only how much you get out of the soft tyre, perhaps? So Tsunoda's pitted as well, or is that a genuine strap? Are we seeing the first of the pit stops? Is Hulkenberg trying to undercut? And Tsunoda had to cover off Nico Hulkenberg. Time penalty for car 11. Safety car infringement. That is Sergio Perez. Chat. That is a penalty for Sergio Perez, and I believe it's for all that fun and games he was trying to do, overtaking people through the pit exit, which is just an absolute nonsense. He gave the positions back, but if that's the pit, I think Sergio Perez has got the stupidest. I think he's got the stupidest penalty I think I've ever seen in Formula 1, if that's what it is. Congratulations, Perez, for ruining your race, just with no need to. Matt's going to lap Sargent, yes indeed. I'd imagine most people are going to lap Sargent here. Evo saying Elon Musk is scared of MBR. Yes, indeed. I completely agree with you. 3.7 seconds is a gap now between Verstappen and Norris. I'm going to have a look here at the safety car infringement, the penalty. So I called this. They released Sergio Perez. There was a safety car queue coming past the pit exit. And Sergio Perez, just for some stupid reason, went all the way to the pit exit to overtake a load of cars, and it was just stupid. It's absolutely stupid. Nonsense. I mean, I don't know what they were doing there. Don't know what they were doing, frankly. But he's got himself a 5-second penalty. Meanwhile, Liam Lawson's in and Guan Yu Zhou, so I think we are going to see the precipitation of pit stops here. That must be the two-stop strategy. That must be the two-stop strategy. Meanwhile, I actually need to pit my drivers here. So we're going to pit my drivers in here, because that is, as we're matching the sort of strategy, this is what you need to do. You need to pit early for the two-stop. Meanwhile, there's a big battle between a Haas and an Alpine. That must be Esteban Ocon getting past Kevin Magnussen. Yes, indeed, as the Alpines will want to move up in this race. So who are we going to see those pit stops go up the pack here? The gap at the front is now 4 seconds, so Verstappen is really able to cover up an undercut. Doesn't need to panic too much about it. Meanwhile, Charles Leclerc and Carlos Sainz are trying to catch up with Oscar Piastri, really. Why is Alonso so slow? I would not say he's slow, mate, because he qualified P10 and he's already up to P6. Alex says, biggest no Tasmania fan. I bet there's another fan in here from Tasmania. 2,000 people watching. Science said, degradation is as expected. We are in between plan A and plan B. Meanwhile, Alonso pits. So the first of the relative front runners pits. And that is going to put big pressure, I think, on the Mercedes. I think the Mercedes are going to need to pit next lap. Meanwhile, MBR again with the gifted 5. The MBR again with the gifted 5. Chat, get your love out again for MBR in the chat. Gifting another 5 memberships. It's a mad stream today. Make sure you're subscribed as well, so you might be able to pick up one of those gifteds from MBR. Look at the love in chat. And there goes Alonso. You see, he's been forced to cover off Tsunoda and Liam Lawson, who are not that far behind him. So are we going to see a double stack here for Mercedes? There's a big problem here for Mercedes, because if they only pit one of their drivers, I think the other driver could potentially get undercut by Fernando Alonso. So keep an eye on the Mercedes here. There could potentially be a a prickly situation brewing. Because Fernando Alonso has boxed to cover off Tsunoda, Liam Lawson, Hulkenberg. So that's where Hulkenberg pitted. That was a pit stop just on pure strategy. MBR doing the infinite money. I think he's very generous in supporting the stream. And this could be a seminal moment in the stream chat. This could be a seminal moment for us, where we can actually go and do these things in real life IRL. So keep an eye on the Mercedes here, everyone. Keep an eye on the Mercedes. Will we see someone like Piastri pit early as well? Have a look here on pit entry. I predict one of the Mercedes will pit. Piastri goes through. Leclerc, Sainz, Hamilton, Russell. They all go through. Oh, not interested in pitting then. Not interested in pitting. Is Stroll going to pit? No. Gasly, Ocon? No. So, wow. Okay. Oh, big crash here for a Haas. There's a Haas going the wrong way at the hairpin. Huge drama here for a Haas. There's a Haas literally driving the hairpin the wrong way. And now spins it around. It must be Kevin Magnussen, Anderson Carbon Fiber. What happened here? I think it's Perez on Magnussen. Perez locks up, hits Magnussen at the hairpin. There's got to be another penalty for Sergio Perez, who's having the stupidest race. He said, got front wing damage again. Sergio Perez tried to go up the inside of Magnussen from a long way back, locked up, hit the back of Kevin Magnussen. Magnussen faced the wrong way. They were both facing each other at the hairpin, and then Magnussen drove the wrong way around the hairpin. But that surely is going to be another penalty for Sergio Perez. What happens if you get a penalty before you take another penalty? And there goes Perez into the pits. Perez having a disastrous race here. Magnussen in as well. Oh my goodness me. What an absolute disaster that has been for Sergio Perez. Is Perez washed? I think we need to do a video on Sergio Perez as well, because what a disastrous race. Meanwhile, look at the gap between Lando and Oscar Piastri. And Alonso is got Alex Albon all over him. Alonso's got Albon all over him. Are we going to see any pit stops here? Is Piastri going to come in? No. Is Charles Leclerc? Yes, Piastri does come in. Piastri does come in. And what about a Mercedes? I'm very surprised we're not seeing a Mercedes come in. But there we go. MBR again with another 5. Please give your claps out for MBR. Sergio Perez in for his second spare front wing. I wonder if that's actually going to be Max's front wing. Because how many front wings have Red Bull brought to Japan? That is Perez's third front wing of the Grand Prix. I'm going to have a look here on his way to pit entry. Was it a late call or something? Have a look at the replay. Comes in. Did he lock up on the way in or something? Why am I looking at a replay of Sergio Perez coming into the pits? Don't know what that was about. Don't know what that was about at all. Alex Albon's in, so Piastri comes out ahead of Esteban Ocon and significantly ahead of Fernando Alonso. And is that now going to put any pressure on Norris and Verstappen to pit? Because we've just seen the P3 driver come in and come out ahead of Esteban Ocon. Look at the claps coming out for MBR. Look at the love. I guess MBR declined the call from Harvard. MBR is one of the greats of our time. VSC is out, by the way. We're under VSC conditions. So maybe that's why Piastri pitted, or maybe Piastri just missed the opportunity to pit under VSC, actually. So VSC, because I think of that debris there'll be at the hairpin between that crash between Perez and Magnussen. Yes, there's marshals there off the track. Welcome, Natasha. Welcome, Broken, subscribed and got the gifted. Perez is out. No, I think Perez has just been lapped. Perez has just been lapped, everyone. So VSC is over. VSC is over. Perez saying the car doesn't feel right, though. Perez saying the car doesn't feel right. Meanwhile, Alex Albon came in and pitted under VSC. So, surprised no one was able to benefit from a big VSC pit, to be honest. Surprised no one was able to really benefit from that. As we see, the gap between Verstappen and Norris has really grown during that VSC period. Hang on a second. Has Max Verstappen really gone too fast under VSC? As we see Lance Stroll come into the box. MBR with another gifted 5 memberships, chat. Another just gifted 5. Chat, please, please, please. You know what to do. Wherever you are in the world, get your claps out for MBR, who's just, honestly, propelling this channel to just new heights. Unbelievable scenes from MBR. We know how much we support you, MBR. Look at this, immortal. And meanwhile, in the race, I think Lando Norris has really lost out here because he's now got Charles Leclerc really breathing down his neck, and he's lost out a lot to Max Verstappen. Chat, do we think Verstappen went too fast in VSC? Meanwhile, that Perez incident is under investigation, but he is in the pits. I think Perez is going to be retired from this race. You've caused enough carnage already, Perez. You've caused enough carnage. So what has gone on there? Why has Lando Norris lost so much time during the VSC? It all seems a little bit suspicious. Meanwhile, Lance Stroll comes out in P14. So I feel like Lance Stroll has been undercut here very badly. Because Lance was up to P10. So is it a big old undercut? Yeah, they are retiring the car, I believe, for Perez. Perez is being retired. Perez is, it looks kind of panicked in the car. Perez, you've been a bad boy. Get yourself out here. I show best saying MBR is the greatest in the whole time. And MBR just says, just follow me. Yes, indeed, chat. Come on. Hit that subscribe. Try and get 6,000. Right, I'm on board with Lando. I might see what happened here with Lando and Matt. In fact, Lando was very close. No, Lando trying to go around the outside of Perez or something? Was Lando trying to lap Sergio Perez? What on earth's going on here? And Sergio Perez squeezed him wide. Or is that Max Verstappen? I'm trying to work out at Spoon what's happened. I think if that's Sergio Perez, then did he just squeeze Lando Norris wide at Spoon and put Lando off track? Very weird from Sergio Perez. The Chronicles of Sergio Perez is what's happening in this race. Meanwhile, Piastri's had to get past Pierre Gasly, so that's the disadvantage of pitting early. MBR with another 5. VQS and Consta, my biggest fan, has got a membership as well. Joshi, NoCal, thank you so much, everyone. Please thank MBR in the comments. This is absolutely insane, chat. Absolutely insane. Please, please, please send your support. But what happened there between Lando Norris and one of the Red Bulls? MBR is the greatest of all time. Lewis saying Perez has just lost it. He just squeezed Lando Norris off the track for no reason. And I wonder if that's partly why Lando Norris is now 10 seconds behind. If I was McLaren, I'd be absolutely furious. Verstappen pits. Verstappen boxes. So it's box for Verstappen, everyone. Box for Verstappen. MBR most brilliant record. Yes, indeed. Chat, absolutely huge support as the Mercedes are batting each other. So it goes to Verstappen. Verstappen is going to lose now track position. Mercedes come in with Lewis Hamilton as well. So keep an eye on Piastri, by the way. Keep an eye on Piastri. Look how much Piastri has gained on Verstappen. If I'm watching that right, Piastri has gained a huge amount on Verstappen. How's that happened? Has Verstappen needed to change a front wing or something? So Piastri, is Piastri now going to undercut Lando Norris? Chat, look at that gap now. It's only 2.4. Sorry, it is. Yeah, it's only 3 seconds between Piastri and Verstappen. When we know it was 10 seconds between Verstappen and Lando. See, Hamilton's just got out ahead of the Tsunoda, Lawson, Hulkenberg Stroll group. So that's the pressure that you get when drivers up the grid undercut you. MBR Kireth knows he's helped you. Just doing what I can do, MBR, but thank you so much for the support. It's insane. It's genuinely... On YouTube right now, there is nothing happening what's happening here. And MBR with another gifted 10. Thank you so much, MBR. You're just an absolute hero, my friend. An absolute hero. Chat, please get the support out for MBR. He's making this possible, and he's making more possible as well. Meanwhile, Lando Norris surely will have to box now to cover off the Ferraris, because the undercut seems to be exceedingly powerful here. Is Lando going to box? Is Lando going to box? Is Lando going to box? Yes, indeed. And Charles Leclerc is going to box as well. So Carlos Sainz is going to go through. George Russell will surely box this lap as well. No, he doesn't. So we've got... Look how far ahead Piastri is going to be from Lando Norris. And in fact, I think Lando Norris... Is anyone else... Have Gasly and Ocon pitted yet? No, surely not. Is Alonso going to get past? This is it. This is a big brain strategy from Alonso. Is Alonso going to get past Norris? I don't know. Meanwhile, the Mercedes were racing each other very hard at Spoon. Look how close. Alonso has got past Leclerc. Alonso has got past Charles Leclerc. Flat says MBR stay hype. Yes, indeed. Look at the chat going wild for MBR here. We're just all living in MBR's world, everyone. But there we go. Big brain strategy from Fernando Alonso. He's done the MBR strat there, and he's overtaken Leclerc. So the undercut proving to be very powerful. Obviously, it can change at the end of the race as well. So the later you pit, the worse position you're in. And I reckon Carlos Sainz and George Russell are in big trouble here. I reckon Sainz and Russell are in big, big trouble. Honestly. I think we're going to see a Sainz and Russell pit. And have a look how far they're going to go. NBR again with another gifted 10 memberships. Look at the memberships coming out like absolutely crazy. Rob's got one. Matthew. Reynold as well. Please chat again in the chat. Give your support for MBR. We know how we do in this community. We support each other. Look at it. Absolutely insane. MBR, I appreciate you personally, my friend. Incredible scenes. But there we go. Carlos Sainz goes in. George Russell is now on a very bad strat, but he's committed to the bad strat. Have a look how bad this could get from Carlos Sainz. So have a look how bad this could get from Carlos Sainz here. So as Gasly comes in. So Norris goes past. So he's going to lose out to... Where is Fernando Alonso? So Charles Leclerc and Alonso are very close. So yeah, Sainz loses out to Alonso, basically. So Alonso on the mad strat, but maybe the tyres are just too worn for Alonso because we've seen Charles Leclerc manage to get past. I think that the long and short of it is George Russell has really lost out here because George Russell is now about to get overtaken for Verstappen. So Verstappen has got a pit stop in hand, basically. Piastri has gained massively on Lando Norris, so Norris has lost out. Alonso has gained massively at this stage of the race. Leclerc is now ahead of Sainz, and we'll see if Hamilton overtakes Russell when Russell pits. MBR most brother-like racer, yes indeed. MBR the GOAT. Uday, you got to be subscribed, my friend, and then you're in for a shout. Broke saying Russell is washed, potentially. Welcome to Elfie, Sinking, Akib Kaya as well. By the way, chat, let us know right now. Let's do a nation chat. Let us know where in the world you're watching from. Put your nation in the chat. Put your nation in the chat. Let us know. Let us know. The way the gifted memberships work is normally the more that you're chatting, YouTube gives you the gifted membership. That's how it normally works. So make sure you're active in the chat if you want to get one of those gifted and get the exclusive emojis. MBR is just, honestly, crazy scenes. Russell hasn't pitted again. So much India in the chat there. Australia as well. Australia, Philippines, India, Croatia, Australia, India, USA, Bangladesh, Antarctica, India, Australia, Egypt, Jamaica, India again. India's just come out in force for this one. Evo has just got the Ferrari flags. USA, Netherlands, Philippines, Netherlands, watching from Croatia. Kenya, Australia, India, Philippines, Brazil, Puerto Rico, India, Kenya, South Africa, Philippines, Zambia, South Australia, more India, France, Germany, Australia. Well, I think India's winning this nation share. Meanwhile, where are we in the race, everyone? China's in here, Malaysia as well. Serbia, Netherlands, Guyana, Arctic Canada, Uganda, more India, more Australia. It's between Australia and India. It's like the Commonwealth Games out here. Okay, Lando Norris goes fastest, by the way. Keep an eye on that. Lando Norris goes fastest, and in fact goes a second faster than Verstappen. I want to go back to the race a little bit, chat, because have a look at the lap time for George Russell. It's a 1:40. So Lando Norris has just gone more than 3 seconds faster than George Russell. We are seeing, I believe, very high deg here. Very high deg. George Russell is committed now to a bad strategy. He must be trying to do a one-stop. Because 3 seconds faster, that's no joke. 3 seconds faster. And Lewis Hamilton has been lapping 2 seconds faster than George Russell. So that's the undercut that Hamilton's doing on Russell here. There's a big group of drivers, by the way, between Ocon, Sainz, Alonso and Hamilton. And they're all battling each other as I think Carlos Sainz gets past Alonso and then gets past Esteban Ocon as well. Yes, Sainz and Alonso, the two Spaniards side by side on the entry to Spoon. So Sainz has made his way past there. And you can see Lance Stroll comes into the pits again. Another pit stop from Lance Stroll. We're only on lap 20, but is that where you go to do the two-stopper? So is Lance Stroll going to go onto the hard tyre, and is that going to be it? Very interesting to see the strategy formulate here, everyone. Very interesting. South Africa, Malaysia, California, Greece, Malaysia, New Zealand in there as well. What's up with Alonso? No further incident between Hamilton and someone got investigated. Looks like a very long pit stop for Stroll, by the way. That doesn't look good for Lance Stroll. Wonder if Stroll might actually be retiring from that one. So hopefully all is okay with Stroll himself. Obviously that huge crash in Singapore. Qatar and Netherlands representing in chat as well. So yeah, I think that's bad news for a lot of attrition in this race for sure. Although somehow Logan Sargent is only 7 seconds behind Alex Albon. No idea how that's worked. Yeah, keep the lights coming in, by the way. Keep the subs coming in. We're trying to get 6,000. So what's going on in this race? George Russell 139.4. Very much committed. Alonso was on the radio. You throw me to the lions by stopping that early, mate. Unbelievable. So Alonso, we thought he was doing big brain strat. Keep calm, Alonso. Keep the white visor. Because you're just on a different strat, mate. You're just on a different strat. And the positions you gained, perhaps by pitting early, you've now had to give back. So it's kind of all worked out. It's not raining in Japan. No, it isn't. Oh, MBR with the gifted 5 again. Chat, get your claps out in chat for MBR. Another 5 gifted. Kaya Masinga, Matthew Croft, Keith, Farji, and Red Sky receiving the gifted membership. Chat, please give your support to MBR in the chat. Absolutely insane, especially if you've got the exclusive emojis by virtue of MBR. Use those emojis to thank MBR. As I think I saw, Hamilton on the inside of Alonso, through the inside of 130R as Hulkenberg pits. We know Hulkenberg was one of the first drivers to pit before, so is Hulkenberg pitting again early on the 2-stop? As I think Lance Stroll is now out of the Grand Prix, perhaps. And actually, I'm not sure about that. Maybe Lance Stroll's out, maybe he's not. But there we go. Hulkenberg might have pitted. Look at the love and chat there for MBR. Brave move by Lewis. I think we just might have seen one of the all-time overtakes in Formula 1 from Lewis Hamilton on the inside of 130R on Fernando Alonso. After we saw many years ago, maybe 15 years ago, Fernando Alonso go up the inside, I believe, of Michael Schumacher in the Renault at 130R. So what comes around goes around. Have a look at George Russell, meanwhile. He's in a terrible position here. 139.5s. But look at Hamilton, also 139.9, but that was an overtake on Fernando Alonso. So it's a lot of traffic coming into this. As Logan Sargent pits for the 85th time. Everyone. So Logan Sargent starts to pit again. And MBR has gifted again. 10 more gifted memberships, chat. Please, please, please. There we go, Uday. You got your gifted membership from MBR. Please thank MBR again. 3,000 people watching. MBR is just gifting out memberships like crazy here. The support from MBR is insane. Please, please, please give your support. This is all monetary support for the channel, by the way. This is all MBR monetary support on the channel. Means we can actually do some crazy stuff. So I'm absolutely over the moon about that. It's just, I'll need to think about it after stream, what that means we can do. This is a community stream. So Lando Norris still with the fastest lap. You can see 137s seem to be the pace at the top there for the McLarens, the Ferraris, and Max Verstappen. Meanwhile, Lewis Hamilton still working an undercut on George Russell, but the Mercedes pace otherwise isn't looking too super hot. MBR is a go. Yes, indeed. MBR is a go. MBR, Father, help me. Look at this. Absolutely insane support in the chat. It's Verstappen doing a 2-stop. You think a 2-stop is going to be just the safest way for Verstappen here. Hulkenberg has pitted. He might precipitate another suite of stops between himself, Guan Yu Zhou, Liam Lawson, Gasly, Tsunoda, and then that goes up to Alonso, Ocon as well. And Piastri pitted early as well, by the way. Look at Lando Norris bringing back that gap to Piastri. By the way, so Norris bringing back the gap to Piastri, and Piastri's got to overtake George Russell for position. George Russell not on the same strat really, but can defend as hard as he wants. What's the last time Lance Stroll finished some points? I don't know. Having a look here at Pierre Gasly up the inside of one of the AlphaTauris, goes round the outside at turn 1. Very nice move there from Pierre Gasly. Kireth for Vegas. Yes, indeed, it could happen. It could happen, chat. It could happen, chat. Borat's watching from Cambodia, filming a new series out there. And you can see Gasly, after getting past Tsunoda, is now under pressure, I think, again from Tsunoda. So swapping and changing there, as we are not even halfway through this race yet, chat. Still 30 laps to go. 30 laps to go. Ragavir saying, thank you for membership. Thank you to MBR for the membership there. Yes, indeed. We've never, ever had a stream like this, ever. Look at Hamilton, by the way. Is Hamilton catching Carlos Sainz? Not sure, because Carlos Sainz, I think, was one of the fast drivers last lap, and Lewis Hamilton wasn't. So not sure what's going on there. The Mercedes, I think, have put themselves into a very difficult corner here with this strat. Very difficult corner. Lando Norris, what can he do? Is there going to be a battle here as Piastri tries to get past George Russell? George Russell clearly committing to the one-stop. Whereas Piastri... And you know what, actually? You know what? I wonder... Hang on, is George Russell playing some 4D chess? We will see, because George Russell comes in now to pit for probably his only pit stop in this race, if he does a strategy. And he comes in ahead of Piastri and Lando Norris. So if Piastri needs to pit on the next one... Oh, my goodness me. If Piastri needs to pit on the next one, they'll be on the same strat. MBR has just donated $50. We can meet in Vegas. Chat. $50 donation from MBR. MBR is the launch stroll of this stream. Chat, please, please, please. Lord MBR, people are saying. Lord MBR, goat emojis out there. Please, can we get some just mad emojis out? $50 it's pink. Didn't even know we could go pink. Look at that, it's a pink donation. MBR, thank you so much. I appreciate you. You know you're a legend. Oh, 3,000 people know you're a legend. Good way to make yourself known as a legend here. Right, here we go. George Russell was in the pit stop, regulated pit stop 2.9 seconds. Is that going to put pressure on Piastri and Norris? Because I wonder if Russell's playing 4D chess. He could be playing the old 4D chess here. We will see. What's going to happen between Piastri and Norris? I reckon Piastri wouldn't mind boxing here, and we'll have to see whether he can go to the end. Let's keep GCL saying, come on, Piastri. Beef and Bite saying, MBR, wow, man, you're fantastic. Yes, indeed. Keep an eye on Piastri here. Is Piastri going to box? No, box. So that means the McLarens are going to be fighting everyone. We're going to see a team battle with the McLarens, a bit like we got a team battle with the Haas's for the glory of 14th place. But that George Russell strat, he's come out ahead of Alonso. So I think Alonso here. Yeah, Alonso's on a really bad strat now. Maybe the one stop really was the way to go. So if Verstappen can commit. Oh, Ragavir, thank you so much for the 20. Thank you so much, Ragavir. Get your claps out again for Ragavir and tap with the 20 Philippine donation. I'm not sure what currency that is, but thank you so much, Ragavir. Please, please, please get some emoji out for Ragavir as well. As Liam Lawson and Fernando Alonso come out. Liam Lawson and Alonso come out. So they're boxing. But I just wonder if George Russell has actually played the 5G chess here. Because Hamilton, if Hamilton needs to pit again, if the Ferraris need to pit again, George Russell's going to overtake them both. And let's see whether he can go to the end. Maybe the sweatiest 5D chat. Rupees. Thanks so much, Ragavir, for the rupees. And MBR for the 50 United States dollars. Whew, my word. What a donation that is. And the membership. I've never seen on YouTube a top tier like that, everyone. Norris saying, what's he doing? So Norris not happy with Piastri, I think. Maybe Piastri was defending hard. We might see a breakdown here in friendship at McLaren. Surely McLaren just need to do some strat here to get themselves out of the situation. But no, they go around again. Having a look here, previous lap, it was Lando Norris, DRS on the inside of Piastri. And Piastri just defended Lando. It's called defending, mate. You might want to get used to it from your teammate because he's pretty quick. But this time, Lando does get past. Meanwhile, Straya was on the pit wall with a wry smile, looking like he was actually enjoying it. Lando saying it's just ruining the race now if he wants George to beat then. So Norris having a little cry in the car. Lando having a little cry. Oh, Piastri is racing me. I don't like it. He's ruining my race. Get over it, Lando. Come on. Right, Lando has got over it, though. He did overtake Piastri. I'm going to show you what happened here. I'll let you know what happened. Lando DRS up the inside. And this time, Piastri actually just lifted off, I think. I think Piastri lifted off. So I think Piastri is fully in Lando's head here. Piastri might be on a better strat if he can do undercut. Oh, my goodness me. Holy chat. $100 donation from MBR. $100 donation from MBR. Chat, if you exist and you hear me, get some emojis out to thank MBR, Lord MBR. Because that is just absolutely insane. Thank you so much, MBR. Please do not feel under any pressure to donate, but your support of the channel is insane. As there's a picture there of Sergio Perez. It's still in the car, weirdly. My goodness me. I don't think we've ever received a $100 donation ever before. That is crazy. I'm actually lost for words. I'm actually lost for words. Wow, taking us to higher heights, MBR. We can make the impossible possible. Someone who can't make the impossible possible is Alex Albon, who has been retired. Mr. Beast, the Mr. Beast Racing is the Mr. Beast of Racing here. Yes, indeed. MBR of House Formula 1, first of his name, king of all F1 streams, distributor of memberships. Has Sergio Perez rejoined? What's going on with Sergio Perez here? Are they just trying to mess some stuff up? Meanwhile, just have a look at Fernando Alonso. Fernando Alonso going up the inside of Guan Yu Zhou at the hairpin. It's a late move by Fernando and gets it done. We've seen some messy ones there. Chat. Renette Hamilton's a mate of chat, honestly. MBR, your support is just insane. I think we are going to do some special stuff. Oh my goodness me. No way. No way. No, no way. No way. What is that? Chat. What is that? What is happening here? Oh my goodness. MBR, thank you so much for the $100. MBR, thank you so much for the $100. The $250 in donations. MBR. My goodness me. Chat. My goodness me. This is Mr. Beast Racing. I need to get my focus back because that's insane. Chat, get your love out. I see MBR is just Mr. Beast Racing. My word. Alright, I need to focus. Thank you so much, MBR. That is insane. That is insane. With these sort of donations, I can actually... Could probably go to Hungary with that. Could probably go to Hungary F1 and stream it there. But I need to focus. I need to focus. Jonah says, God bless you, MBR. We're all part of something insane here, chat. Lord MBR, indeed. Indeed, indeed. Right, let's focus. MBR, thank you so much. You're absolutely mad. MBR is just determined to, like, we are going to make this happen. We are gonna grow the stream, so we're gonna stream live from the races. We're just gonna go race to race and stream them. And MBR's like, we are gonna make it happen. Right, here we go, chat. Mr. Beast Racing is 100% it. Okay. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. I can't even process it. I can't even MBR. Thank you so much for the $350. I've lost track of the race here, frankly. There's like a million cars in the pits and chat. MBR, Mr. Beast Racing. Thank you so much for the $350, my friend. Absolutely. Today you've just become like, you've genuinely become immortal. It's just madness. It's just madness. MBR, thank you so much. Please do not feel like you're under any pressure to donate, but I massively appreciate your $350 donations and the uncountable gifted memberships that you've given to people. It's just insanity. It's just insanity. It's just mad. It's crazy to think I just woke up at 5 a.m. this morning, streaming in my loft, and you know, to 3,000 people around the world, and maybe we'll do it. Maybe we will go to the races and do it. Maybe we'll do it. Yeah. Honestly, it could be one of those moments. I've just sprinkled brick all into my tea. Drink it quickly. It's a 5-second rule. Bear with me. Bear with me. Watch out. I need to regroup for the race. MBR is just... The donations are so insane that it's just like... It's mad. It's mad. How unbelievably generous is that? How unbelievably generous. This stream is completely free to watch. There's no adverts I put on during the middle of the stream. And, you know, there's no requirement to donate. So how generous is that to voluntarily donate that amount of money to the stream and the channel to improve the quality, hopefully, of the stream and the channel for everyone? Do you get it? Crazy. Like, it's going to be, if we go to a race and do it, it's all because of the community. It's all because of the community. There's no company, big corporation involved here. It's just community, community, community. Right. Back with the race, everyone. Back with the race. Where are we? What is going on? How is the George Russell 5D pit strategy? I need to see what's happened on the pit stop front. But Verstappen, the gap between Verstappen... So we saw... Do we see... No, Piastri hasn't pitted yet, has they? Has Piastri pitted yet? I've gone a bit Chris Kamara here. Motop saying MBR's a chat lord. Yes, indeed. Sir MBR. No, it's not Sir MBR, it's Lord MBR. It's Lord MBR. Please say we're going for live racing. Right, to go for live racing, we need to be able to cover this. So we need to see what's going on here. So provisionally, we've got Verstappen, Lando, Piastri, Leclerc, Sainz, Hamilton, Russell, and then the best of the rest is Gasly and Alonso, and then Ocon, and then Nico Hulkenberg with the early pit stops. Maybe he seems to be working at this stage, but he might suffer from the deg at the end. MBR saying that's what Kireth's about. Hey, I took away from his skill. There we go. Where is Charles? Charles is in P4. And yeah, I think we are waiting, everyone, for the second round of pit stop. So I think the George Russell 5D strat is still on here, chat. Because if George Russell can get to the end and the Ferraris can't, the Ferraris are going to have to go onto hard tyres because they haven't used a hard tyre. Verstappen has to pit. The Ferraris have to pit because you need to use two different compounds. And Magnussen pit now, so there is some pressure in the midfield there to box. I wonder if George Russell is on some 5D strat here. The gap between Russell and Leclerc is 10 seconds. And what's the pit loss here? What's the pit loss time? I mean, it's a fast straight, so you'd imagine that it's a pretty big pit loss here. Because when Hamilton pits, Russell's going to overtake him. So if Russell can just keep his tyre wear in check, then Russell could potentially overtake a lot of people, a lot of two-stoppers. Meanwhile, Verstappen, I think, has just got a free pit stop in hand over Oscar Piastri. Lewis saying 23-second average pit stop. Yes, indeed. So that would put Verstappen just behind Piastri. So I feel like Verstappen is probably just hanging out there. As soon as Piastri pits, Verstappen will pit, basically. MBR saying YouTube limits gifting memberships. We need to pin that. We need to pin that comment. I've never seen that ever before. I've never seen that ever. But we now know there's a theoretical limit. Welcome to Song, Rear Hack, Yubu, Liftoff, Hamza, Angelo, Fred, Madison, Pamela. If you want to do your bit for the stream, by the way, just subscribe. Just subscribe. If we get to 60k today, I know so many of you are, but if we get to 60k today, if you already subscribed, hit the share button and share it. I'm going to go full send now to work out what's going to happen here, because I'm interested about the 5D strat from George Russell. Because Russell, I think, might be trying to go to the end of this Grand Prix. We will see, everyone. We will see. So you're saying 3,000 people watching? Yes, indeed. Are we going to see any pit stops here? Leclerc, Sainz, Hamilton. Look how close it is between Hamilton and Russell. It's just 4 seconds. So does that force Hamilton to have to try and do... I think Hamilton's in a tough place here. Because if Hamilton wants to stick to a one-stopper, which he can do because he's used both compounds, his tyres are about 10 laps older than George Russell's, if I remember. So Russell would have 10-lap tyre advantage. Or Hamilton pits to get on the fresher tyres. But then he's going to end up quite a way behind. Perez DNF. Did Perez end up coming out again? Chat. Because Perez was sat in the car. Maybe they just didn't want to get him out of the car. They're like, Perez, you can sit there. Welcome to Tracy Dean as well. Oh my goodness, MBR with another $20 donation. Thank you so much, MBR, for the $20 donation. In addition to everything else you've done today, chat, get your emojis out. Lord MBR is here. Get your crowns out. Chat, get your crowns out in chat for MBR. And wow, Lil C as well with the Hungarian, the 200 Hungarian. What's it? Is it Franks in Hungary? Get some claps out as well for Lil C, everyone, with the Hungarian 200. Lil C's first ever super chat. Learning from MBR there. Thank you so much, MBR and Lil C, for the insane support. Meanwhile, there's been a lot of attrition in this race, hasn't there? So we've lost the bottom 5 drivers, and Kevin Magnussen is a lap behind. Meanwhile, look at the Leclerc, Sainz, Hamilton, Russell group. That's a battle for P4. Leclerc comes in. Leclerc comes in. What about Hamilton? Hamilton in as well. So we're going to see George Russell overtake significantly Hamilton and Leclerc. It's not yours in Hungary. Lil C can let us know. So we look how far George Russell goes ahead of Hamilton and Leclerc here. So Hamilton and Leclerc needs to go onto the hard tyre because they haven't used it. Hamilton will possibly go onto the mediums if he can do 19 on the mediums. Meanwhile, Gasly's in as well. So we'll see here. Can Hamilton... MBR with another $50 again. Chat, you know what to do. Motorhub Media said, my nephew just said, I want to be like MBR when I grow up. Very, very, very generous. Chat, get your crowns out again there for MBR with the $50. Look at Nida Driss just saluting the GOAT. Saluting the GOAT here. Madness. Absolutely mad. We've never ever seen scenes like this before in this community. Crazy. Thanks so much, MBR, again for the other $50 donation, and the 20, and the 100, and the 100, and the 100, and the 50, and the gifted memberships. MBR saying YouTube makes you do different things once you hit the limit. I mean, just very generous, MBR. Very, very, very generous. And yeah, crazy, 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 crazy. In this economy, Kireth can finally buy new shorts. Yes, can replace my Coke-stained shorts. Oscar Piastri comes in, by the way. Piastri comes in. So, how close can George Russell get to Piastri? Oh my word, this could be very bad for Piastri if he's got to overtake George Russell. George Russell is sort of provisionally, right now, if Sainz is going to pit, in P3, isn't he really? If Sainz is going to pit next lap. Look how far ahead Piastri is. Sorry, look how far ahead George Russell is from Piastri. But we've seen that the dead can be very bad here. So if Russell's going to go down in the 1 minute 40s again, look at that. Can buy another Ferrari shirt. Yes, we'll buy another shirt for the next stream. MBR can let us know what team MBR would like me to buy next stream. Crowns out. Steph wants to be MBR when I grow up. Work hard at school. Work hard at school, basically, and you too can grow up and be like MBR. Gasly and Hulkenberg battling on the home straight there. It wasn't a slow stop for Piastri. It was a 2.6. So this is the 5D chess I've been telling you about from George Russell. And the fastest first sector out of anyone for Lewis Hamilton. Let's compare it to Russell. VSC in this one. I need to make sure that I do restart this one when I need to. So Hamilton, by the way, going a second quicker than the people who have not pitted yet. A second quicker than Russell, Sainz, Norris and Verstappen in Sector 1 alone through the S's. Lando Norris got the call to box, and there goes Lando Norris. Is Carlos Sainz going to follow suit? And is George Russell going to go ahead of Lando Norris? But bear in mind, we're looking at a second a lap faster with 17 laps to go. I think Lando is going to get ahead of George Russell here. Oh, no, he's not. Russell gets ahead, I believe, of Lando Norris. So Lando Norris, who had a little cry earlier about battling his teammate, is going to need to get past George Russell here. So there we go, the provisional P3 I was telling you about for George Russell. Welcome job, Matthew. Martin's already got a MBR tattoo. Maybe we need to get an MBR tattoo. So there we go, Lando Norris. We need to get past George Russell, but we're looking at, I said a second a lap. Sorry, scratch that. We're looking at a 3 second a lap difference between the times. So Lewis Hamilton, who pitted, is basically running a 3 second a lap undercut on Carlos Sainz here. So is Carlos Sainz vulnerable from Lewis Hamilton? Is Carlos Sainz vulnerable from Hamilton here? We will see. Hamilton deciding to pit much earlier in this phase. We know the Ferraris have generally gone quite long. What do we think? Would you wear a Red Bull Racing shirt? Have a look at my previous streams, mate. MBR, I struggle to every day, but I believe in others having than me. Very generous from MBR. Very kind soul on this planet. Verstappen gets a call to box. So Verstappen boxes here. What will Carlos Sainz do? Verstappen's already on the move. So Verstappen is just in a league of their own here, frankly. So Verstappen's done their pit stop. What about Carlos Sainz? Carlos Sainz goes through again. So I wonder if Carlos Sainz is going to be vulnerable from a Hamilton undercut here. We will see. And surely Leclerc has undercut Hamilton. So look at the groups of drivers that we have, as Lando Norris does get past George Russell on the home straight, DRS assisted. Stefan saying Hamilton 135s. Yes, it was just up to the low 136s. Just up to the... What a crazy stream this has been, everyone. What a crazy stream. Hamilton, meanwhile, is, low 130. Have a look at the set time. So, as Lando Norris was a 134.3. So, again, over a second quicker. In fact, 2 seconds quicker than George Russell. 2 seconds quicker in Sector 1 alone. As Hulkenberg pits again for the 8th time in this race. So Hulkenberg is doing a 3-stop, isn't he? Hulkenberg's been very dedicated in doing a 3-stop. So the deck here is very big. Is Perez still in the car? Is Perez glitched out? Perez has glitched out or something? Are they going to send Perez out again? Just to, like, hold up someone? Yeah, welcome to the 3,000 people watching us. If you want the sit rep here, basically Verstappen is sort of checking out. But we're seeing, again, some very interesting strategy. Hulkenberg pitting is again going to put pressure on Guan Yu Zhou, Tsunoda, Liam Lawson, Gasly, Ocon, Alonso. So Nico Hulkenberg has really set the tempo in this race, if you think about it, on the strat front. Everyone's had to react to Hulkenberg. As in comes Carlos Sainz, who I think is going to lose massively here. He's going to come out on a fast tyre. Can he go softs at the end? Can Carlos Sainz go softs potentially? But he's going to lose out, I think, massively to Charles Leclerc as he goes into the pit box now, and he's going to lose out significantly to Hamilton. Significantly. So I think Ferrari have Ferrari stratted this. And in fact, Fernando Alonso is herring down the home straight, but he won't quite get there. Where is George Russell, by the way? Russell is P3 up there. Welcome to Frank, Triana, Honey, Oog, Clinton, Sammy, Renee, Vladimir, Darren, and Prematol as well. Eva saying Piastri is going to get his first podium. I'm not allowed to get out. I broke so much today. Yeah, MBR just... We need to protect MBR at all costs. We need to give MBR a bodyguard unit. So what's going on then? So we got Norris, Piastri, they're all pitted. Leclerc's pitted. Hamilton's pitted. So Russell, the 5D chess, maybe hasn't worked it just because the deg is so high. But Carlos Sainz, I would say, has lost out unless he's really going to be on those fresh tyres. Ragavir with the 200 rupees. Ragavir with the 200. Chat, please, can we get some claps out for Ragavir Das? The new member may be gifted by MBR. And now with the 200 and MBR with the 50 United States dollars. The 50 United States dollars. King Ragu and Lord MBR in the chat. Chat, can we get some claps out and some emojis out for King Ragu and Lord MBR? Let us know what title you would like, Ragavir. Sergio Perez is still in the pits with the tyre warmers on. Red Bull are about to do something monumentally stupid because Sergio Perez got a penalty for overtaking people under safety car on pit exit. Stupid. Looking up into Kevin Magnussen. Stupid. And now they're just going to do... It's like, chat, don't say anything. Red Bull are about to do something really stupid. Just let them do it. Just let them do it. They're just... I don't know what they're going to do. What are they going to do? Right. Max Verstappen now fastest driver on track. 134.1. King Ragu and Lord MBR. There we do. Look at the chat. Absolutely mad scenes here. Mad scenes. Sammy saying Piastri is doing well. He's so happy. Stefan 134. Damn, that guy's fast. Yes, 134.1 is, by the way, yes indeed. Stefan, I mean, he is absolutely smoked Lando Norris there. A 134.1 is basically 2 seconds quicker than Lando on basically the same strat. Obscene. Absolutely obscene. Max Verstappen has just gone 4 seconds quicker than Fernando Alonso, basically. Silly times. Perez back. Is Perez now on track, everyone? Anyone? Yeah, Perez is on track. 6 laps down. He can do it. You miss all the shots you don't take. Yes, we are racing today, everyone. We are racing today later as well. So you can see me racing live on stream later on tonight. I think at 7 PM UK time, I'll be racing on stream at Suzuka. Could they be in fastest lap? No, Angelo, because they need to be in the top 10 to get the fastest lap. They could be trying to deny someone else, but I think Max Verstappen is going to get it quite easily. These are crazy, crazy, crazy streams. Almost as crazy as Sergio Perez in this race. So we've got 13 laps to go. And by the way, I just need to restart the old race stream here. So bear with me. Bear with me a second, chat. Bear with me a second. No, I didn't do the old autosave, I think. Didn't do the old autosave. So we'll get this back on track, everyone. Oh no, it is a race. Fair play. There we go. Just need to change this gearbox or something. Bear with me. Because I've just absolutely smashed the gearboxes and that stuff. Right, only 6 laps down. Yeah, it's bringing back that old 90s vibe where you could just turn up with a car and try and qualify. Has Nico Hulkenberg precipitated a series of stops? I'm not sure. So the other drivers might be saying, right, come on then, Nico. This time we're not going to match you. Let's see if you got the pace. Meanwhile, George Russell is still in P3, but Oscar Piastri is surely going to overtake him on the home straight this lap, and Charles Leclerc is there as well. Remember, Carlos Sainz, we're expecting to be a man on the move, but at the moment he's only 2/10 quicker than Charles Leclerc. So is Oscar Piastri going to overtake George Russell on the home straight? Keep an eye. Surely will be regulation DRS up the inside. Is he going to get it done? Looks like it. Yes, Oscar Piastri goes through. And he just now needs to hold off Charles Leclerc here to get his first podium in Formula 1. The rookie driver. I don't think the sprint race really counts, in my opinion. MBR says YouTube limits each gifting to 5. MBR, if you want to make a serious donation, please don't feel like under any pressure to do it. Please don't feel like under any pressure to do it, MBR. You've gifted, you've made people's day enough already. MBR, and we'll be back for another stream. But I'd say MBR was first person on the moon. Maybe. So we've got Russell now dropping down, and he's really committed to the one stop. So the question for George Russell is going to be, can he hold on and beat Lewis Hamilton? Hamilton is now only 5 seconds behind, but going around about a second a lap quicker. So we will see. We will see. Sergio Perez retire the car. Sergio Perez is retiring the car. Oh no, we all thought Perez could come back and win this race. But unfortunately, Sergio Perez is going to retire. Ragavir Das, King Ragavir with the 40. With the 40 rupees, chat. Please get your crowns out for King Ragavir as well. Natasha saying, if Leclerc can't do it for P2 or P3, let Sainz do it for Ferrari team. Thank you so much, Ragavir, for the other donation in the rupees. Thank you so much. Massively appreciate it. But there we go. And yes, MBR, if you want to be super generous, speak to Funky Monkey, because Funky Monkey is someone who is also very generous and has done it through the Stream Elements tipping link, which only takes a 5% cut or 1% cut or something stupidly low. Right, so where are we now? George Russell is a sandwich in between Piastri and Charles Leclerc, and we'll see if he can hold off Charles Leclerc. I'm hoping that it works for him strat-wise. Let's get on to actually Max Verstappen here. There we go. Abibal Max can become champion with Perez out. I actually don't know. Can anyone confirm why Sergio Perez has just gone insane in this race? Can anyone confirm why? What's the theory on that? Meanwhile, Max Verstappen, he did the 134 out of nowhere, almost went too fast. Charles Leclerc was looking up the inside of George Russell, no doing though, so Russell was able to defend from Charles Leclerc, and actually has half a second gap there. And there we go. So MBR is a Max Verstappen. Yeah, MBR is just like checked out at the front here. Gonna have a chat with Funky. Perez has gone feral. Was it to serve the penalty so it wouldn't be applied for the next race? Was it to serve the penalty? Is that why? Is that some sort of legality they're trying to get around? Welcome, Shri Jelly. Yeah, Brad, that's what a helmet marker would say, didn't it? So where we are now, 10 laps to go, everyone. 10 laps in the Grand Prix. And we're hoping, if you're a Piastri fan, that he can get his first podium here. But keep an eye on the rampaging Charles Leclerc, who, if he wants to go ahead and challenge Piastri, who's dropped off massively from Lando Norris, so may have some sort of issue, Charles Leclerc really needs to get past George Russell. So George Russell at the moment is protecting Oscar Piastri. Remember, George Russell had the tragic end to the race in Singapore. Ragavir Dash has got Max Verstappen looking at the Ferraris. What's to serve the penalty? Oh, we're not sure about that. I'm not sure about that. Chat, what do we think about that? Is that a 5D chess? 2 McLarens on the podium. Yeah, it could be. And is it going to be McLaren wrapping up constructors here? Sorry, Red Bull wrapping up constructors? I'm not sure on the math there, but if someone can let me out. But MBR, I think you're going to be correct. 2 McLarens on the podium, unless Charles Leclerc is going to get past George Russell here and make a strong move. Meanwhile, we've got Lewis Hamilton, who will want to be getting past George Russell. What's the lap time delta there? Lewis Hamilton is lapping about a second quicker than George Russell. Piastri, if there was a safety car, we could pit soft tyres, but you give up 3 positions. Feedback. Piastri saying, yes, pit. No, Piastri. No, Piastri. If there... Oh, what would you do? Chat, what would you do? If there was a safety car right now, what would you do? Would you box and put on softs, or would you keep track position? Let me know in the comments what you would do. Evo saying Red Bull's wrapping up construction drivers. Surely Red Bull is not wrapping up drivers as well. Welcome to Beanwater Music, Nikhil as well in the subscriber front. Maybe we can get to 39,500 today. Could be possible. We will see. Leclerc, meanwhile, does overtake George Russell. Leclerc is Motab says keep position. Jay says pit. Lewis says track position at Suzuka every time. MBR likes driving a Mercedes-Benz. Escape says keep track position. I'm going to have a look here and see. Evie says I would stay in. Stay out maybe. Yeah, mate, Piastri's trying to do some Ferrari strat there. I mean, we're having a look here at Charles Leclerc on the onboard. Very late move. George Russell went defensive and Charles Leclerc said, I don't care, I'm going to go round the outside at turn 1. Nice move from Charles Leclerc. And now Charles Leclerc, keep an eye with 9 laps to go on the lap times between Leclerc and Piastri. Because it's only, it's only a 3-second gap. What's that mean? Only 2 seconds before Charles Leclerc would get into the DRS of Oscar Piastri. So our rookie, Oscar Piastri, is being chased down here by Charles Leclerc. Ferrari, the Tifosi, want to get on the podium again. Would be 3 races in a row. Vlack has got a hot coffee. What have you missed? I mean, it's all kicking off now in the race. Evo says pit. MBR says, who else wants to see McLaren P2, P3? Let us know in the chat if you want to see a McLaren P2, P3. Or if you think that Ferrari are going to get this done. Keep an eye on the lap times between Leclerc and Piastri. Leclerc just eked out a little bit on Piastri that lap. Just eked out a little bit that lap. Remember, he was doing the overtake around turn 1. And now Lewis Hamilton is also coming after George Russell. Kate's got the papaya out. Is that for McLaren? JD's wanting Ferrari. Someone wants McLaren P2, P3. Twinkleweed says we need good points today. Evo wants a Piastri podium. Prithvi wants a Piastri podium. Brendan wants a Piastri podium. Lewis for Ferrari. Nida says, I always say it's 100 times easier to defend than pass at Suzuka. Brendan saying Piastri deserves it. Escape with bag saying McLaren P2, P3. Broke wants Piastri. Petrus agrees with MBR, wants P2, P3. Jay wants the Papaya Boys, McLaren for P2, P3 as well. And I have to say that gap has just extended a little bit. It's now a 4-second gap, pretty much, between Piastri and Leclerc. So maybe Piastri's got the message. By the way, King Ragavir with the 39 rupees behind the scenes donation there from Ragavir Das. King Ragavir, get your crowns out in the chat there for King Ragavir. Thank you so much again, King Ragavir. Much appreciated. Also a hero of the stream. Look at the claps coming out. Maria saying, let's go Oscar Piastri. Let's go Oscar. By the way, if you are a new member today, you do have the emojis for a number of the drivers and the teams. And I think we're going to be able to add a significant amount more in YouTube backend, which I will do today. Big Jammy Donut saying Piastri, hold on. Mario wants Ferrari. PGM saying 2 Mercs chasing the Ferrari. Well, team orders now at Mercedes. Do we give team orders at Mercedes? Do we say to George Russell, you've got to let Hamilton through? If I'm at Mercedes, I say here, you got to give team orders here. With 7 laps to go, I think you've got to give team orders because otherwise Carlos Sainz is going to eat both of you. So I think they need to let Hamilton pass here, I think. Look at the claps coming out for King Ragavir. Beef Farley got the crown out. Martin's got the emojis. Evo saying Leclerc is extremely close to Piastri. I disagree with the Evo. I'm going to say that Leclerc is dropping off here. And in fact was half a second slower last lap. I wonder if Hamilton could get after Leclerc. What's Hamilton's lap time? 1:37.9. No, that is also slower than Leclerc as well. But I think they need to swap it because it's a very tasty 3-way battle here for P5 and some very meaningful driver and constructors point. I think Hamilton was on the radio there saying you need to let me pass. Muad saying outside of Verstappen, Norris has driven outstanding again. Martin's got both the Hamilton and Verstappen emojis out. Big Jammy saying, come on, Piastri. Yes, if you want a podium for Piastri here, he could be getting it done. But look at the battle for P5 in the Russell train. Lewis is keeping tabs on the gap between Leclerc and Piastri and a rampaging Lewis Hamilton as well. A rampaging Lewis Hamilton. Funky welcoming all of the new subscribers. Hamilton, meanwhile, is he going to get the move done on Russell? Are they going to do team orders? One sweaty Russell. Is he going to let Hamilton through? It's all a bit congested now. Turn 2 instant between Leclerc and Russell reviewed. No further investigation. That might have been Leclerc overtaking around the outside, possibly a little bit. Welcome, Renette. Brad's got the papaya out. Welcome, Alex. Natasha saying Logan and Lance DNF. Yeah, the most odds-on combo for DNFs you can get, probably at the bookies. And just 6 laps to go here. Just 6 laps to go. RJ is biting the nails. I think Piastri's safe. because Charles Leclerc is now lapping half a second slower. So Piastri unleashing the pace here. Been a real chop and change between Piastri and Norris during this race, hasn't it? Sort of some different strategies emerging. Remember, they did go wheel for wheel, and Lando Norris complained about getting some hard treatment from Oscar Piastri. Yuki Tsunoda is in P12, albeit Liam Lawson is just ahead of him, but the AlphaTauris are going side by side. Hamilton saying we're going to lose both these positions. Hamilton, though, if you've got the pace, you need to force the move here. This could end in tears for Mercedes, by the way. Look at Liam Lawson, Tsunoda, Guan Yu Zhou, and we're going to have Max Verstappen coming through and lapping that group, so it could get pretty tasty. PC saying, come on, Charles. Broke saying, Piastri the GOAT. Steph Nine's just got some pineapples out. What you doing, mate, there? Don't know what that means. Lewis saying, Oscar just gained 7/10 over Leclerc in lap 1. What you can see on screen there is similar to what's happening with the George Russell, Hamilton, and Carlos Sainz battle. And I would say, by the way, for all of the big ones that Lewis Hamilton's giving on the radio, I would say Lewis Hamilton is under more pressure from Carlos Sainz, and he's giving to George Russell, but there we go, the overtake. I think George Russell has been told to give this up. I'm going to let you know what I see here. I'm going to let you know what I see as they're going down the back straight through the speed trap, I believe, and then into 130R. A lot of radio coming from Russell. Can't make out what it is. And Lewis Hamilton is behind, coming into the Casio Triangle. They're all nose to tail. Russell, Hamilton, Sainz. What happens on the exit of the last corner? Having an eye here. What happens on the exit? George Russell leading Hamilton. Russell with no DRS. Hamilton with the DRS goes up the inside, and I think it was a very suave stop there from George Russell, and maybe George Russell was making the point on the radio. I can't confirm, but I would be if it was me, saying, you owe me one, basically, guys. Happy to do this now, but you guys owe me one. And now George Russell is going to drive the widest Mercedes you've ever seen, as he tries to basically now protect Lewis Hamilton from Carlos Sainz there. Escaping Russell DNF coming. Is he going to bin it again at the end of the Grand Prix? 4 laps to go, and I have to say, Carlos Sainz is going to throw everything at George Russell, but now the tables have turned, and Russell is protecting Lewis Hamilton. So some genuine team strategy there from Mercedes, and Russell's on the radio again. Oh, Russell wanted to do the swap on the last lap. I don't think he had the luxury because Carlos Sainz is all over, and Carlos Sainz is going to try and go around the outside of Spoon. Russell says no. Carlos doesn't have the grip to try and do the cutback during Spoon itself, so and struggling a little bit on traction on the exit of Spoon. But there we go. You can see on the standings, Sainz has got past. Sainz has got past. I'm going to keep an eye on it as I'm looking through 130R as they go through 130R. Is Sainz going to get it done into the chicane? Looks to go around the outside. Can't get it done, but he's absolutely nose to tail here. Surely it's going to be on the exit as Carlos Sainz gets a really tidy exit. Very close. It's a double DRS situation. Russell also has DRS, but I think Carlos Sainz has probably saved a bit more overtake. Sainz with a pretty regulation move then on the inside of turn 1, and now the gap between Sainz and Hamilton is 1.2 seconds. Here's a question for you, chap. 3,500 people watching around the world. We've just seen the order was Russell, Mercedes, Hamilton, Mercedes, Sainz, Ferrari. If Carlos Sainz now overtakes Hamilton, do you think Hamilton should give the position back to George Russell? Let me know. Should Hamilton give the position back or not? Important question, isn't it? Yeah, Stefan saying Sainz is now coming for Hamilton. I completely agree. Meanwhile, your top 3 is unchanged. And I'm wondering if Verstappen is just going to chill behind Tsunoda and Lawson, not get too involved there. Now, who was the driver ahead of Lawson? Has there been a change there? I'm not sure. Oh no, Verstappen's probably just lapped Guan Yu Zhou or something, hasn't he? Jay says yes. Neither says no. Snack says no. Letting says no. Brad says yes, but it won't happen. Alex says Norris too good. Lewis says no. Carl says Russell's 4D chess work? No, it hasn't worked. But he's in P7. I think he started basically P7. Patrick saying no. King Ragavir saying... I don't know what you're saying there, King Ragavir. Sasquatch saying no. Mareks depend on pace. Sainz is now the predator. Sainz says they're using my trick against me. So Hamilton maybe was giving the DRS to Russell there. Love it, Carlos. I'm loving Carlos Sainz this season. I'm loving a bit of cheeky Carlos. Clint saying Russell has century-old tyres, mate. Yeah, Russell's running on tyres literally from like the 1800s. Dunlop tyres. But Carlos Sainz, meanwhile, is running out of laps. 2 laps to go for Carlos Sainz. And he is now within DRS. So what is going to happen here might be some tensions in the Mercedes garage. We will see. Welcome Amy, Platt, Jewel, Patrick, Renault as well. Goodyear Eagles, yeah. And Carlos Sainz now within DRS, just about of Hamilton, but won't be close enough this lap. With just 2 laps to go, you can see Verstappen is about to overtake Yuki Tsunoda. And the Sainz-Hamilton battle is really the one that we're looking at right now. The Sainz-Hamilton battle. Welcome Petrus Vesten Oosthuizen. 4,000 people watching, everyone. Welcome along to the stream. You're just joining us here for the last couple of matches. It's been a very... Well, it's been an insane stream for the channel, and the race itself has been very sort of intense to follow, with lots of pit stops, lots of different strategy. Carlos Sainz, meanwhile, is just on the cusp of DRS. Just on the cusp. Welcome, Hannah. Welcome to the new members. A lot of people have got MBR as their gifting godfather. King Ragavir saying Carlos should be #1 driver for Ferrari next season. We will see, King Ragavir, whether Carlos can do that. And to stamp it, if he can overtake Hamilton here, because Charles Leclerc is ahead of him, but keep an eye on Carlos Sainz as Verstappen goes on to the last lap, by the way. It's a last lap situation, everyone, in the 2023 Suzuka Grand Prix. Big clap on the back for anyone who woke up super early today. In fact, can we get some just claps out in chat for everyone in chat? If you're in chat, just get a clap emoji out. I want to see just claps from top to bottom. Look at the top row from Lord MBR, King Ragavir, all of the gifted memberships from MBR. Amazing streams, so much support as well. So please give everyone, all yourselves, a clap for coming out to the stream today, and all the support. Motorhub Media's up there already. So last lap here, and have a look at Carlos Sainz, is barely within DRS of Lewis Hamilton. So I reckon Lewis Hamilton is going to hold on here to the P5. Oh, look at the claps coming out. Oh, look at the hype. Everyone, clap for everyone in chat here. What a stream it's been for everyone to be a part of. And Verstappen is just cruising now. Already got that 1:31. Banked that lap time, the fastest lap early. Neda's got the salutes. Reynolds in there. Carl as well. Jonas, Waselia, Broken, Gaming Meese, Michael, Abable, Lucas with the hands, Sasquatch, MBR, Lord MBR. Gracingers as well. I mean, just the most generous person on all of YouTube to date in the world is MBR. That is just straight up fact. And by the way, I believe Max Verstappen has just won the 2023 Suzuka Grand Prix, and we're going to see Lando Norris come round and take P2 for McLaren, and Oscar Piastri. Big moment here as we see all the claps in chat. Big moment for Oscar Piastri, the rookie, takes his podium. The first rookie to, I think, take a podium in his first season, maybe since Nico Hulkenberg in for the Williams back in about 2010. I'm not sure. There goes Piastri, and it's going to be Charles Leclerc who takes P4 for a pretty decent result for Ferrari, and then Lewis Hamilton managed to stay ahead of Carlos Sainz. So good strategy there from Mercedes. Carlos Sainz in P6, and it's going to be George Russell who bravely tried to do a one-stopper here, who does finish in P7. And Fernando Alonso, he wasn't too happy with his strategy earlier, has gone from P10 to P8 in this race. So nice one for Fernando Alonso. Pretty tough race, but I think he'll be happy with the P8. And I have to say, the Alpines sort of solidifying their race here as the best of the rest. Pierre Gasly and Esteban Ocon finishing very closely together. Before that, who finished a lap early because they were lapped by Max Verstappen, we had Liam Lawson finishing ahead of Yuki Tsunoda in his home race. Guan Yu Zhou doing a great job there in the Alfa Romeo. A bit of an unsung race there for Guan Yu Zhou. Then the Haas cars who blow really hot and cold. Nico Hulkenberg, Kevin Magnussen, and then I think we had the retirements of Alex Albon, Logan Sargent, Lance Stroll, Sergio Perez, who retired and then unretired, a la Kimi Raikkonen. And then we had Valtteri Bottas, who had, honestly, the worst race I've ever seen in my life. It was just so bad. I actually feel sorry for Valtteri. Thanks, Stefan. So we'll keep an eye on the radio, keep an eye on any penalties, and try and follow what happened here with the Sergio Perez very unusual pitting situation. Yeah, MBR needs to go up on the podium as like the constructors representative. MBR wins Japanese GP on Chatbox, yes indeed. Prithvi noting that Max won by almost 20 seconds, so return to form. And Red Bull are the 2023 constructors champions in Formula 1. I think Sergio Perez doing all of the heavy lifting there in this race particularly. So Red Bull Racing getting the constructors. Maybe that's why they sent Sergio Perez out. Maybe if there was a penalty, it would still be provisional or something. I don't know. So maybe they just wanted to clean that up and make sure they were the constructors champions. Nida says, we will never forget. Chat, the streets will never forget Mr. Beast Racing. Mr. Beast Racing, indeed. Let me catch up with the chat. Welcome to Lao Tin Yao. Muat said McLaren because personified. Chat, who do we think was your driver of the day? MBR saying Kireth for Vegas. I'm telling you. I'm telling you it could happen. I'm telling you it could happen, everyone. It could happen. It could happen. Right. Let's do the driver of the day poll. Gonna let your viewers... Well, we've already got a poll. Will Sargent crash? Yes, obviously. 42% of you need to see a psychiatrist. So let's go again with the poll. Start a poll. Your driver of the day. And we're going to go here at the top. Option is going to be Piastri. Then we're going to go Verstappen. Return to form. Is he completely outdriving that car? Then we're going to go Lando, obviously. And who do we see as the best of the rest? Who do we see as the best of the rest? It's difficult to say. Let's put Lawson. See what you guys think about Lawson there. Let's see what you guys and girls think. Max Verstappen, he's got the fingers out. I think that one meant a lot to him to prove that he is the unstoppable force in Formula 1. It's not a casual celebration this time. It's a full-on celebration. I think this is what it means, by the way, chat, if you don't win a race and then you come back. Is that Clive Rose there? My good friend Clive Rose. Cameraman. Oh, they're Constructors Champions, that's why. Constructors Champions, they got the flag out. Got a diverse mix of Red Bull mechanics there at the front of the pit wall, coincidentally. Stefan, I'm going to go Max and Norris is really coming up, but you can only vote for one. Petrus van der Oosthuizen saying Piastri. Yeah, we got in there. Ray Rowland saying Piastri driver of the day. You know what? I think I need to redo that poll. We're going to end that. Sorry. What am I doing? We need to redo that poll. Welcome to all the new subscribers. We're going to do that poll again. We're going to have to redo that poll. What am I thinking? What the hell am I thinking here? Right, there we go. Updated the poll there. Let us know who your driver of the day is. King Rankavir welcoming the new members. And yeah, what a mad stream. And we're just going to hang out here. I'm not going to premiere into my... Or maybe we will, but we'll premiere into the race. But we'll just hang out here because I want to show you the scenes. We'll share the scenes with you. Max Verstappen and the Red Bull mechanics. Who, you know, you've got a lot of mechanics here, but you've got even more at the various factories, powertrain, and for the car as well. Who, you know, let's be honest, Red Bull possibly the best mechanics on the grid. And there's going to be a mechanic, I think, up there to probably get the Constructors' Trophy. And maybe they will give out the big Constructors' Trophy as well here. I will see. Matt's going MBR. Jay's going MBR. Oh, MBR only 14% driver day in the pole, though. Gary, if you go to Vegas, you stop at Charlotte. I've got a buddy who's a bigwig. We could definitely drive there. I've driven at Las Vegas Speedway. Let's double it up and go to Charlotte Speedway as well. So, Damon Hill, who... Did he win his World Championship here at Suzuka in 96? Is in doing the interviews. And it is Oscar Piastri, who I think we're witnessing the birth of a new sort of very solid F1 driver for the next 10 years in Piastri. The man who controversially made the move last season to leave the Alpine Academy and come to McLaren. Really navigated a knife edge. Anyone who's changed jobs in real life will kind of know how that can be. And he navigated it perfectly because the Alpines were down in P9 and P10. I wonder who would have been dropped there for Piastri out of those two. Thanks, Peter Roy and Vihan. Stefan, Red Bull works very hard as a whole company, team as a whole. Yes, indeed. Thank you, Bob Phillips. Thank you, Raghavir, for your insane support as well. And look at that. We've got the 3 $100 donations at the top there from MBR. Just as a reminder of what we are doing as a community in these streams. I think I'm going to have another... Weatherspoon's breakfast. I'm going to do it. I went Weatherspoon's breakfast yesterday and I got an extra sausage. I said I have an extra sausage, please. MBR Gary, Kireth should be flying into Charlotte. No. I want to drive Charlotte Speedway. I need to do more videos actually on the stuff that I did at Las Vegas Speedway. Las Vegas is such a fun place to be. Japanese fans all staying for the podium ceremony. Lots of fans wearing different apparel in the stands next to each other, which is awesome to see. Just fans of Formula 1. Lando Norris, meanwhile, looking very happy with the P2. He drove a very underrated race, I have to say. Nida says, "Feast, you deserve it." Nida, I'm not sure you're familiar with the spread at Weatherspoons. Breakfast stream. We could do it. Maybe we'll premiere into it, and I'll watch the premiere from old Weatherspoons. Welcome, Kikili, as well. It's been a great one. And Nathan saying Snowdo very well may be a fraud. Nathan's just coming in just to spark things up. Yeah, how do you... Chat, can you rate Perez's race out of 10 genuinely? Like, if you were writing for a newspaper, right, and you had to rate every driver, can you genuinely rate his race out of 10? Like, I'm not talking memes. I'm not talking, like... Just genuinely out of 10, can you rate it? No, I went to put my glasses on there. Kate thanking MBR, Lord MBR and King Raghavi, yes indeed. Oh, man. I think it was worth all of us waking up early, those of us that have woken up early today. 60,000 passing through the stream as well. Jay's gone for a cool -11. Max gone for a 9. Don't know what race you've been watching, Max. Roy's gone for a 1 out of 10. Gary's gone for a 7.5. Is that out of 1,000? Justine's gone for 1. Now Sergio Perez needs to be all smiles for the Constructors' Championship photos. Chat, practice your smile right now that Sergio Perez is going to do for all of the photos for the Constructors. I'll give you one. Hang on. This is the smile that Sergio Perez has to do for all of the photos. I've got a beard at the moment, so I can't. It's going to be a smile like that. Put the smile emoji in that Sergio Perez has to do, and he's like, Constructors champions. To be fair to old Sergio P, he did come second. He did come second a few races ago, and he has won 2 races this season. Fargi's gone negative for Perez. MBR says Mac knows. Is there a 0 for Perez? Prithvi says 1 out of 10 because he drove at least 1 lap. Nida says Yuki gets a 2 for finishing so close to the rookie at his home track. Is that like a bad 2? GCL says Verstappen makes motorsport boring. I don't think this stream was boring though. Broken's got it. That's going to be the tortured smile from Sergio Perez. Jay's got it as well. Yeah. Sergio Perez, man. What a guy. What an absolute Chad. To do what he's doing, it takes balls, frankly, to do what he's doing in Formula 1. Never seen the second driver in the most dominant team in history, most dominant car in history. I've never seen like the second driver just flying off the rails like this. And, you know, we had Eddie Irvine at one stage. Even he kept it together. It's 2 out of 10. Okay. Christian Horner's happy here. Constructors again. Second year in a row. Although last year they breached the cost cap. Can you win the constructors if you breach the cost cap? Is that okay? Peter Dufay saying outstanding by Oscar. JD's got the smile out. What's the vote saying? The vote's saying it's Verstappen. Verstappen now. Verstappen, Piastri, Norris, and then MBR, your top 4. Maria thinks Perez is going to be shedding a tear. We will see the drivers are in the cool-down room. They're looking at turn 1. This is where Norris was ahead. So Piastri got really shafted there on the start by Verstappen. Drivers' Championship, by the way, Verstappen has 400 points. So surely that is wrapped up. I don't know. Well, it's actually not, is it? But surely it must be wrapped up. There's a 323 point difference, roughly about that, in Constructors, which has wrapped that up. No worries, Tanzila. You've only just missed the whole race, mate. Baz, how the hell was Perez able to rejoin the race with a retired car and service pen? To be fair, is 4D chess. To be fair, that's a very 4D chess-esque move. Jay says Checo is P2 in Deconstructors, only second to Logan. Logan also had an interesting race. Suraj saying MBR is a goat, yes indeed. Nida saying drop Perez. I think Liam Lawson should go straight into Red Bull. He looks like a safe pair of hands. Give it to Lawson till end of season, they would say in football terms. Tanzila, we all wanted to sleep, Tanzila. We all wanted to sleep. Exactly, Suraj has got it. Runette Hamilton says, sorry, but Verstappen will never get my vote, even if he is the only driver left on track. Helmet markers out of the front. They've got a bag, presumably with some t-shirts that are going to say Constructors Champions. Helmet marker squeezed himself into a t-shirt that's at least 3 sizes too small. Gary, did you forget the Michael Andretti fiasco? They were so paid, they paid him extra just to leave. It'll be like, Perez, look, here's a load of money. Just go, please. Dr. Bob was thinking the same thing. Stefan, that's why you were Doctor. Stefan! I think if you pay a penalty for the cost cap and doesn't it get low if you win the championship, you just pay your way. You just pay your way out of it. Everyone wins. Mohammed bin Suleiman, who's here, gets some extra money in his pocket. You win the Constructors. Everyone's happy. Graham says, why do you want to sleep? It's 10 to 5 in the afternoon. Graham, it's only just turned light here, my friend. Swear without the bleep thing. Tanzia, you can't just wake up and try and cause chaos in the stream, mate. That's not how it works. Right, Lando Norris goes on to the podium. Oscar Piastri already there. I missed it. I missed the news. So it is a McLaren wing formation here on the podium. As here comes Max Verstappen to get not the champagne, but it is actually Italian sparkling wine that I was able to drink at the opening of the F1 arcade. Most popular video on YouTube on the F1 arcade. Opening night vlog that we did and a lot of you watched. We should reach out to them. It's 2 AM for needed race, but needed sleep cycle is out of this world. So Evo's just voted a 1 out of 10 for something. Jay says time for bed. Yeah, feel free, by the way, if you're all tired in the US, feel free, honestly. Just it's been great having you, but get that sleep in. Although you still got Sunday to come. So anyone, how is it for people in New Zealand, Australia? You guys super late your side. Thanks, Jay. Max Verstappen, I think we're back to prime. I said at Monza, it looked like prime Verstappen at Monza. That's where I think we saw Sergio Perez pick up P2. And it's looking like prime Verstappen again, frankly, here looking super strong, getting that 134 fastest lap time. I mean, Verstappen had so much in the bag. Like, this is the smoke and mirrors. No one will tell you about this in official broadcast, but I bet that Red Bull could have won this race by like 2 minutes. Like, to do a 134.1 out of nowhere shows how much pace they actually have in that car. Something obviously went wrong at Singapore. Maybe they did it just to like break up the monotony, I don't know. Leaders going to church. Natasha saying Carlos Sainz for P3. Not here though, P6. Nearly 5 PM on Sunday. Very nice. Very nice in Australia. Welcome to Mark Tifosi Sahara. I've been awake since 5 AM. But it's been an incredible stream. Welcome, Natasha. Welcome, everyone. Welcome, Vlatka. Yeah, anyone who's woken up early, I would say, honestly, have a nice nap now. But for me yesterday, because I woke up so early, I made 7 videos yesterday. I made 7 videos. I was so productive. And then I messaged my mods at like 9 PM. I was like, oh my goodness, the race is at 6 AM tomorrow. I thought it was at 8. I thought it would be an hour later than quali. So I've got to wake up 2 hours earlier. So I was like, oh my goodness, I've got to wake up early. But then it was awesome. Welcome, Janine. MBR has been the man, yes indeed. Lord MBR. Verstappen actually shows emotion on the podium. Right, here are the kissable trophies. Let's do kiss watch. The Vice President of Lenovo Executive Group is giving the constructors to Christian Horner. Is Christian Horner going to give it a kiss and it will light up with the colours of Red Bull? Kiss it, Christian. Kissable trophies. And this one is for Lando. It's the mayor of Suzuka City. And now the trophy for Oscar Piastri is the president of Japan Automobile Federation. What lap, Jiao Zheng? Well, we're on the podium right now, mate. And here comes not the champagne, but the Italian sparkling wine. And Christian Horner's getting a load in the face. And Verstappen. And then Christian going... Oh, Christian's getting soaked here. Verstappen looks like prime. Remember how much faith Christian Horner has shown in Max Verstappen and vice versa. It's a bit like the faith MBR has shown in this stream. That kind of like mutual faith. It's very powerful to build upon. There was a moment there where I think Verstappen and Christian just acknowledged what they've achieved here. I think also acknowledged what they can continue to achieve in the future.
It's a race position gained for Mercedes.
Which is very exciting. Need to think Piastri looks so humble up there. Piastri is his first... I mean, remember, Piastri will have taken countless podiums all the way up through F3, F2 and below that. But it's nothing like your Formula 1 podium. So, the podium... Oh, Sky. Just cut to an advert for, like, Saudi Arabia or something.
I think someone's run wide.
Renette says, you should show emotion and respect 24/7, not only after winning a race. RCDC, my friend. You've missed the most insane stream we've ever done on this channel. Welcome, Dan Mage. Max can suck on an egg. Well, Max was telling other people to suck on eggs. Now, bear with me here. You can see there's some activity going on. I'm going to try and do something very exciting. Which is going to be... Just bear with me, chat. Oop, don't do it. Bear with me a second, everyone. Just bear with me, bear with me, bear with me. Nice. Nice. Okay. Thanks, Martin. I was saying to someone this morning, because we're completely unsponsored, because we don't have to go to a studio somewhere and like, you know, do it. And I just honestly, I went up here like, that's why I was 2 minutes late starting stream, because I was up here like literally 1 minute before 5:30, and you know, it's just so natural. The stream is just so natural. Nothing is forced. Nothing is shoehorned in. I'm not trying to perform for anyone. It's just pure natural streaming, and I feel like that's streaming at its best. And that's the advantage we have as building this as a community. Is a massive advantage we have. There's going to be loads of companies who are probably going to try and do F1 watch-alongs or whatever, but this is the advantage that we have. It's just super natural. Thanks, MotorHub. Right, by the way, we are going to do the old premiere. The old premiere is going to start in 3 minutes. You're going to see me race at Suzuka. So just putting the link in there, but it's automatically going to take you. So you're going to see me do one of my best ever performances at Suzuka in a race in Gran Turismo, where dynamic weather, so the weather changes dynamically. I think we qualified about P8 or so. We're really trying to go for a podium win. Ragavir hopes, King Ragavir hopes F1 comes back to India. Well, MotoGP is there this weekend, so hopefully MotoGP have done a good job, and that might help. So if you don't mind hanging around a little bit more, everyone, some of you are really going to enjoy the premiere anyway, because that's the content that you enjoy. Some of you might not enjoy it so much, but just have a look at the beginning of it, because the video goes straight into it. And even if you don't enjoy that content, please just hang around for a minute and just drop a like in there and drop a comment maybe. It will help. I wonder if we can make a push to 60k subscribers in the next few days, which would be awesome. Nice trophy lighting with the Netherlands flag. Very nice. Is that on the constructors one? So, where are we time-wise? 1 minute to go. Jackal says, was there even any doubt? Well, there was a bit of doubt, and Norris, I think, had some good pace at the beginning. I think, by the way, Norris had a lot more pace than Piastri throughout this race. Important to note that. And if those standings are correct, then Norris did finish 15 or 16, 17 seconds ahead of Piastri. It's quite a big gap here. So, interesting to see. Interesting to see, everyone. So, bear with me here as I just try and do some stuff on the back end. Oh, Shri and Mohammed Sakar already there. So, bear with me. Bear with me. Oh, thanks, Vijaya. Thanks, Beef and Barley. I know you were looking for that gifted. Maybe next time it'll be the one for you. Thanks, Broken. Just waiting to make sure this is going to work. As soon as it does, I'm going to take us out. Oh, by the way, one more thing. I'm going to release a highlights video. I'm going to release a highlights video of the race today. It's a new thing I'm trying. So after premiere, after breakfast, I'm going to edit that straight away. So please, if you see an F1 highlights video, please go and like that video and comment on it and share it even if you want to, because the one I did last weekend only got about 400 views, and it doesn't really work on channel. So this time we can just get it over 1,000 views. I'm going to do a race recap. In fact, I'll push breakfast on later. In fact, I'll probably work on it during the premiere. So we're going to go now to the premiere now. There's going to be a race highlights video coming later, which I really hope you're going to enjoy. Going to take us now to the premiere. You should be able to go automatically there. If not, click this link now to make sure. You're going to see me race at Suzuka if you actually want to see the track in real life. But thank you so much, everyone. I want to say a big thank you to MBR, Lord MBR, as well, and King Ragavir, as well, with some absolutely insane support. We'll talk about that more later. But here we go to the premiere. I will see you there, ending the stream now. See you on the other side.